Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the stream here.
We are back. It is, what is this, round 2?
This is round 2 of day 2.
Day 2, the Atlanta Open. We're streaming from you, for you live from Access Replay in Atlanta, Georgia.
This is not a recording.
That's right. We're here live, exactly. So round 2, we're super excited. So if you didn't see in the chat, we have some great games for you this time. On stream this time, we have Sean Naden versus Cody Saltz. We have Kurt Klaus versus Eddie Krimp. And we have Richard Siegler again versus Logan Heath. So this is going to be some great matches.
And this is the Atlanta Open. For those of you just joining us, we are brought to you by Pro Tabletop. This is the company that we're putting it all on for you guys.
Yep.
I'm Damian Owen.
I'm Thomas Bird. We're here trying to bring some esports atmosphere to Warhammer, a game that we love with all our hearts. And we're here trying to bring you some fantastic Warhammer action.
That's right.
And give you some view here with all the guys.
So we have some today. We have we stuck on with an extra 2 other weathermen with us today.
That's right. So they'll be manning the table. So as we watch the games, or as we get info from you guys that you want to see some other tables, we'll get these guys to rally out in the field and give us some in-depth info from the tables themselves. So let's go to the table and check in. We got Will Clayton.
How's it going?
Will? Oh, there's a shot of Will.
What's
let's
up?
get a shot of Will. Put him on camera.
Another top knot. It's not a man bun.
You got to turn around for us to see that. We can't. Oh, okay.
All right. And then we'll go to, there's Bob Azell on screen.
How you doing?
No, we're not showing.
Oh, we're not showing the screen. There's Bob.
We're not showing the screen.
Okay. And then we got
Chad.
Chad.
Yo, what's up,
I
everybody?
saw Cody on the screen. Hey, there you are, Chad. Welcome. Thank you, guys. We'll be going to them live as we go through the games to get updates periodically.
That's right. So we're going to talk about the different kind of mission setup. If we can pull up the mission for this round, that would be fantastic.
So if you're not familiar with ITC or Warhammer in general, just a quick recap of what we're doing today. This is a tabletop war game. These are 1v1. We're in a tournament. End of the tournament. It's a 3-day tournament. We're day 2. It's $10,000 on the line. This is cash prize for the top 8 players. So there's a lot of stakes for just these models. But you can see this is a hobby. Look at those beautiful models.
Now that, I believe, is Kurt Klaus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is that Sean? No, that might be Sean. That's Sean.
That's Sean's. There you go.
That's
yeah.
Sean.
So you got models. We collect miniatures. We play those in a war game on a tabletop setting.
So
we are playing
Seize
ITC
ground.
missions. So this is mission number 6. The way you score, there's going to be 6 objectives. Each round, each player plays one turn, and then the other plays a turn, and that constitutes a round. So the first round, you score points based on did I kill a unit? Did I score an objective? Do I have some of my units on an objective? Does my opponent do the same? And then we tally it up at the end of each round. Did I score more points than my opponent killing? And did I score more objectives? So those 2 add up every round. We'll have some points. Additionally, we'll have secondaries. There's a list of about 12 or 15 secondaries that opponents can choose. They kind of mix and match that based on who their opponent is, and there's some points to score that. We'll go into in-depth on those on each round to depend on who they're playing and what they have.
Yeah, that's no problem. On this mission as well, just to let you guys know, there are 5 objectives. And on those 5 objectives, it comes down to if you can hold or contest 5. There's 6 objectives, excuse me. Can you hold or contest 5 of those?
That's right. And you see right there on the screen some of our sponsors. Shout out to them. We wouldn't be here without their generous support. R.S. Andrews.
Big shout out to those guys.
Yeah, the Army Painter. We got raffles that we'll be giving away.
Yeah.
There's Team USA there. We're playing with Kurt Klaus, so he put his objective in there. We got Secret Weapon miniatures, Pop Ghost the Monkey. So fantastic guys. They're great in the community and the hobby. Blue Whale. Definitely check those guys out for all your needs. So let's go to table 1.
Oh, we got to pick our champion.
No, let's go. Table champion. How can we forget that?
we were gonna go with. We were thinking. You know what? Actually, I know we decided on something. Let's give it to the people though. Let's let the people decide which matchup they want to see. So and then we will pick our champion out of that matchup.
Oh,
so
that's a good one.
Table 1, we have Sean Naden versus who was the other guy?
Cody Saltz.
Cody Saltz. Table 2, and so what you guys will do is you'll put 1, 2, or 3. Table 2 is Kurt Klaus, the Klaus, versus Eddie
Krimp. Yep.
Krimp, and then the table 3 is Richard Siegler versus who's the other guy?
Logan Heath.
Logan Heath. I always forget his name. I'm so sorry. So
So
you guys,
so-
1, 2, or 3, give it to us.
And so we'll pick the people's champion out of that.
Okay,
So-
we'll give you guys 20 seconds to go ahead and put that in there.
All right. So if you don't know what People's Champion is, this is what you're just following along.
Counting
People's
down.
Champion is a prize that we're doing and a little contest between Damien and I, a little side wager, if you will. Who's going
Come
to
on,
get the
your votes in there. We got
best
400 people.
of 9 games? So every round we pick a People's
10
Champion.
seconds.
One match where Damien and I will roll off and see who gets to pick who they think is going to win that. So far, I'm 3-1, dominating the People's Champion match so far. Whoever gets the the best out of 9 games. So whoever gets the 5 first wins the People's Champion. Why is that important? Why is that good? What that means is some lucky Twitch user who's been following along with us on Sunday, once the tournament wraps up, we will award a prize. You'll get to pick a champion of your choice, and the winner, this guy, of the People's Champion, we'll get to paint a model for you. So we'll pick that. You'll pick that champion. We'll provide the model. I'll paint it up for you.
All right.
And then we'll go.
I'm going to give you guys an extra 3 seconds. Get your votes in. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I'm going to add these up real quick. You count the ones, I'll count the threes. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes. That Luke doesn't count. You did too late. Oh, all right. So actually, it has been called down. We're going to table 3.
There's a lot more ones.
Sorry, man. Nothing I can do about it.
So
we got the call from on high.
So table 3, that's Richard Siegler versus
Heath. See, now you forgot his name.
Logan
Heath.
So we're rolling off to see who's going to pick.
Roll first,
I think we
man.
both want Siegler. That's a tough roll.
Of course we do, man.
Look, we love Siegler.
I don't even know
Logan,
Heath.
I don't even know you, buddy. I'm sorry.
All right.
I don't even know what they're playing.
I think he's got Iron Hand. I think we just saw it. It looked like Iron Hand planes and stuff like that.
Oh, no. Yeah.
That's a strong list.
All right, we're rolling. You ready for People's Champion right here?
Yeah, baby, go.
All right, I'm rolling.
You guys need a 3 to get onto that objective.
Imperial Truth, the 6 comes out hot. I roll dragons.
All right, here we go. He rolled a 6, you guys. Dragons in the house.
Dragons. A 1.
I rolled a
the
1.
opposite of the dragon.
All right.
You cannot defeat me.
So you're picking Heath?
I'm picking Siegler.
This is so stupid.
Well, People's Champion looks like a lock, folks. Get ready. Start thinking about what beautiful model you want me to paint.
Oh, my goodness. Guys.
Oh, yeah.
You've won 3 in a row.
Oh, man.
All right, let's pull those lists up for table 3 for me if you guys could do that. ASAP Bulls.
Let's see what list they're running.
Looks like we're in the movement phase. We're in the movement phase right now. So whilst they're doing that, look at him checking his 2 inches. He's like, "Are you sure you're 2 inches?"
There you go. So
Richard is sure he's 2 inches. I can assure you.
I play this game. So Richard Siegler, I'll go over his list. You
Yep.
cover your champion.
Yes, sir.
Logan. So Richard's playing his Tau list. Is pretty familiar. If you're not familiar with Tau, they have a lot of mechanics for drones where they can look wounds out the drones. And Siegler has all the drones. I think he has over 50 drones.
55.
It's a lot of drones.
There's 55 drones.
And he is a master of using it. So Siegler's doing really well in ITC. He's won a number of tournaments recently. Just walked out of Warzone Atlanta a few weeks ago, winning the top prize there. So fantastic player and a gentleman. And we've had him in the winner's booth here already earlier this week. So
We did.
So definitely pulling for Siegler and my People's Champion. So what about you? What's Logan running?
So it looks like we got three storm talons there, 3 interceptors. He's got the suppressors. He's got the eliminators. I mean, it's just he's got the 3 Thunderfire cannons. It's all basically so. What it comes down to is how many drones can he kill before he needs to open up with the planes.
Yeah, he's got 100 bullets. He's going to shoot and try to kill drones.
So here's the question: can we get an angle of the planes? I want to see if there's anything hanging off.
That's what you're going. That's your team, man.
I know it's my team, but I'm going to hold to this. I hate this. So if there are any edges hanging off the dadgum edge, I want some planes gone.
So there's a rule about planes. They cannot hang
Get a camera angle.
any part of their model
looking
off the board edge.
at the planes.
And planes have a special rule that lets them
he has not
turn
deployed
and
yet?
move. And
No, he's deployed. This is movement phase, so we need to look and see if any of those wings. Oh, they do look like they're hanging off. Is it all of them? Oh my gosh, it's pulling on the edge. It's pulling. He got them all
safe.
in. Okay, check the other side. Check the other angle on the
Look
other
at
side.
that shot.
Get the other side on the other
You're
edge.
lucky those planes are a little tight, so they don't have the hangover.
It's the other edge we need now.
Our
here it
cameraman
comes.
on the spot.
Right back into it. Oh my! Is that?
that little edge is hanging over. Just bump that over.
I think you give that one to him.
We'll give that one to him. We'll give that one to him. Well done. Hey, well, first plane player I've ever seen do that.
Well done on our cameraman, just jumping on that shot.
Oh, cameraman is insane. So there you go, Acadian Ranger, Northwest Gamer. He gets to keep all his. Oh, look at that shot. He's got it, man. He's good. He did it.
Wow, look at that.
Son of a gun. It doesn't look like it.
That's a lot of planes. Yeah, he's got them really tucked in there. So
Siegler going first. So this is a matter of how many. Because here's the thing that's interesting about.
it looks like they got Spearhead Assault again. Is that the deployment we're playing?
It did look like. Was it Spearhead Assault?
Siegler likes that deployment.
Yeah, that's in favor of him.
And so, let's pull up Spearhead Assault so we can show you guys on the table.
It's interesting though. He would not have picked the map though, right? If he's going first.
He's the high seed. He would his opponent.
He would have banned too, and his opponent picked it. Fascinating.
Oh, that's not Spearhead Assault. What is it called?
It is Spearhead Assault.
No, they're in the quarters deployment.
Then that is Search and Destroy.
Search and Destroy.
Did you call Spearhead Assault?
I said it. Yeah.
I appreciate you owning that. He did that with. He did that with.
No hesitation. I said it. What you gonna do?
His hubris is huge right now.
So Spearhead Assault, you can see on this map. We do have it flipped here. The Search and Destroy. Look at me.
Why are you still saying that, man? Search and
I
Destroy.
got Spearhead on my brain.
I do want their secondaries as well after this, but go ahead and explain what Search and Destroy does.
So just real quickly, yeah. So when you play Warhammer, especially at the Atlanta Open, there's a special specific deployment. There's several different types. You have to choose. There's a mechanism where opponents get to ban maps based on their seeding, and this is the map that they ended up with. And it shows where they have to deploy in the kind of quarters, and there's a kind of a circle cutout where they cannot deploy. Some armies have special units that can deploy forward into the not deployment zone areas, but I don't think he did any of that in this setup.
Yeah.
So during the army's kind of broken up into the game's broken up into four main phases: the movement phase, the psychic phase, the shooting phase, and the assault phase. So fighting in melee.
That's right.
Tau does not have a psychic phase, so they skip over that, but their shooting is quite heavy. So they're all about, Siegler does a lot of movement. You don't necessarily see Tau moving quite as much as you see him moving. And
I think that's why he wins a lot of games. He throws people off.
He uses that Tau quite offensively with his movement. So it's pretty effective.
With those secondary, sorry, were you gonna say anything else about that?
No. Whereas his opponent has lots of planes, so he has tons of movement. So in the movement phase, we're going to perform all the movement for Richard Siegler. Then he's going to go into his shooting phase,
that's right.
And then in any assaults. And once his turn is done, he'll score his turn. We'll go over to Logan's turn. He'll do his move, shoot, and assault. If there's any psychic phase, he'll do that as well, and then he'll score his turn, and they'll score the overall turn. That's kind of the basic rundown of the turn.
Bam.
And right now we're in the movement phase.
So I kind of want to focus on what they picked right now for their secondaries before we go to table 2. Let's. So Richard Siegler, he takes ground control. This guy, I'm telling you, man, he is so smart with how he plans out, because he's like, planes can't control these objectives. King of the Hill, I feel like he could have probably taken King of the Hill, but you know what he knows is those Thunderfire cannons plus planes, they're going to pick up my drones.
They're going to shoot the drones.
They're going to pick the drones up.
He
changed it up.
Those secondaries are important because you can score those at any point during the game. Every turn you're going to score, and you're going to score some points based on if you killed or if you hold an objective. But the secondaries are just straight up points that you can score at any point, up to a maximum of 4.
So ground control, that, if you guys don't know, what that does is that's at the end of the game. He's going to go ahead and just pick up points. He'll pick up to a maximum of points if he's controlling 4 objectives at the end of the game. Old school, First Blood, Linebreaker, Warlord, Big Game Hunter. Every plane he kills, he gets a point.
Yep. So whereas Logan, on the other hand, he's going Headhunter. That's killing characters. So Siegler has a few characters. I don't know that he has a ton.
It's not a great pick.
Not a great choice, but maybe he doesn't have a good other option. Butcher's Bill killing 2 units a turn. That's pretty easy
Mark for
with
death.
Siegler.
Yeah, I think he only gets 3 for that, right? I don't think the jumpsuit guys, the commanders are
power level 7.
Power level 7.
There. He marked all the Riptides and the Cold Star Commander as his.
He does have a Cold Star.
I forgot he had the Cold. He's got the 2 commanders and then the Cold Star.
All
right. On to table 2. Let's see what they picked and what they're looking at.
And while we're switching, you can see on the left here we have integrated with ITC Battle Apps and BCP, so we can pull live scoring. So as the opponents score their round each turn, you'll see a live ticker that kind of shows all the other guys. So as we kind of play, we'll be jumping around these 3 matchups, but we'll also be able to check in on the other scores as they're pulling in live.
So I'm actually pretty invested in this match. Eddie was on my ATC team, so I want him to win. And freaking
Kurt's, man, bromance. You played against Kurt at ATC.
And I beat him too, so he can suck
and
it.
You guys.
But I love the guy.
He was fantastic.
We played on the stream table. It was actually really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so these guys are both, man. I love Kurt. I think he's fantastic, but I want Eddie to pull through because that would be a big win for him. It looks like for secondaries, what kind of deployment did these guys have? Can you tell me, Bob?
Search and destroy.
Search and destroy.
Oh,
A lot of search and destroys.
Yeah.
Who picked that?
I believe Kurt chose that.
Who's going first right now?
Kurt went first.
So
We
Kurt
were
went
top
first.
of turn.
So then Eddie chose that. Then.
So Eddie's the lower seed.
Yeah. All right. And this is top of turn 1 right now.
Top of 1.
And Eddie's playing White Scars. It's a faction of Space Marines, and Kurt's playing Eldar.
Cool.
And you see he has some flyers as well.
And so going by their secondaries, again, Kurt picked Butcher's Bill, kill 2 things a turn, old school. That'll be killing something first turn. He got Warlord, Linebreaker, and killing something last turn. Warlord is just killing the guy that's in charge of the army. And then
Mark for Death.
And Mark for Death. And Mark for Death, he probably... What did he choose for Mark for Death, Bob?
He chose all 3 Invictus Tactical War Suits and one of the bike squads.
Easy pickups.
Oh, those should be
super easy pickups.
Yeah.
And then...
So Eddie, on the other hand, he picked Big Game Hunter, so I assume he's got some planes and probably maybe a Night Spitter.
Well, you can add...
What do we have?
Well, I guess big game doesn't matter. It's whatever.
It's whatever. You just pick. You just kill any vehicles.
Any
right?
vehicles. Anything with 8 wounds?
7 wounds
or more.
So... which would be vehicles
and he picked Recon.
And Edwards list. Recon, so the table is divided in 4 quarters. He just has to end his turn with a model or a unit in each of the 4 quarters to score that point.
You could draw and show them where that is in case they don't.
Yeah. So...
and then he's White Scars, so that's pretty easy for him to do that.
His plan is to kind of move and assault and get into melee. So he wants to get real close. So being over in the opponent's zones is pretty easy for Recon.
Picks up a Dreadnought.
If he goes, look, he's already shot.
That's
and
his
killed
first
one
blood
of his
for one of
marked
those
for
old
blood.
school.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and switch on to table 1.
And while we're pulling up table 1, for those guys in the stream. We are doing our giveaway for this round. Every round we are giving a prize away to our Twitch viewers. So hit !giveaway, and you'll be entered in a raffle for this round.
And what are we giving away this time?
All my marker lights are here.
Army paint set from the Army Painter. So
awesome.
Fantastic.
So you get some free paints. Everybody could use some free paints.
All you got to do is
hit
! giveaway, no cost. If you like what we're doing now, he's rolling dragons over here. If you like what we're doing now, hit subscribe. If you're an Amazon Prime member, a Twitch subscription comes free with that, so it doesn't cost you anything. Subscribe. That supports us in all the ways that you don't know, and we appreciate that love. And share, like, and get some users on here. We're streaming live from Atlanta Open. This is round 2 of day 2. You got some great matches coming up. Look at those shots of some models. Fantastic.
All right.
Shots of the table. Look at that nice pro tabletop mat. Those objective markers so you can see clearly the 3 inches where they are. This is search and destroy deployment map, so the same one.
And you've got 4 currently.
So looks like who went first? It looks like Sean's going first.
Sean deployed very defensively, and then Cody counter deployed because it's deploy first, go first, and then Sean spent some CPs to redeploy his Night Spinners to the back corner over here out of the range of all the Knights, and then to pick on the cultist. And now Sean is into the top of turn 1, moving all his bikes up and his Rangers.
Oh, Lockcrest, thank you so much for your sub. We really appreciate it, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
That means a lot to us. Guys, seriously, I cannot. And you gifted tier 1 sub to 2 other people. Thank you so much.
Look at that. So you can see Sean's moving up his Harlequin bikes. They have haywire, so they're really good at doing wounds to vehicles. And you see that knight there, so he's kind of positioning to get a shot on that knight there in the corner. He's moving his other infantry up here to kind of get onto this objective.
ATC last year who killed a Shadow Sword with a Prick of Guardians.
Yes, and their secondaries, guys. Sean chose Kingslayer, Titan Slayer, and Big Game Hunter. Cody chose Marked for Death, picking the 2 Night Spinners, the Harley Box, and the Shining Spears, Butcher's Bill, and Behind Enemy Lines.
That totally makes sense. Mark for Death, I mean, sometimes your choices are to pick units that are easy to kill or kill units that you know your opponent can't hide. You don't want them to hide a unit that you have to kill and you only get points if you kill that unit. But he knows those Harlequin bikes have to move forward. They only have a 24-inch range on their shooting.
Yeah.
Why don't you pull up that range on those guns? And that lets them shoot at those knights, right? So he's got to push forward if he wants to do work with them, so that's an obvious target he's going to shoot at. Butchers or Titan Slayer, from Sean's perspective, you get a point for every so many wounds you do on Titanic targets. All of those knights are Titanic targets, so any kind of wounds he does on those is going to net him points. So obviously,
What did you want me to pull
easy.
up? I'm so sorry.
The Harlequin's Haywire gun.
Sure, I got you.
So you know he's going to take that for Titan Slayer. Big Game Hunters, lots of 7 wound, 8 wound models that he can put that on. And Kingslayer is his Warlord, so he's going to get extra points there. Butcher's Bill, obviously killing 2 targets per turn behind enemy lines that start with 2
You want the
units.
weapons or the bikes themselves?
Just the weapons. 2 units within the enemy's deployment zone. So that's tricky, but Sean's planning to jump back into his lines, so that's behind enemy lines.
That's right.
Good choice. There's a Haywire cannon, so you can just say, see, each gun is going to get D6 shots. So he's going to roll D6. That's how many shots it gets. Their strength 4 -1, 1 damage, but on a 4+ they do mortal wounds, and on 6s they do even more. So this is where you start rolling out the dragons. You say, I need dragons, so we can do extra mortal wounds to the knights. And mortal wounds, that's just a save that you a wound that you don't get any saves on. So most weapons, when they shoot, you have some sort of modifier to your save. You might have an invulnerable save, which ignores modifiers. You'll take that save to see if you take damage or not. So there'll be a lot of dice rolling when shoots units attack. We'll see how much damage gets done. That's
right.
Those knights.
That's right.
Is that an unpainted arm? What's going on there?
Makes no sense too if you're AP0 or AP billion either way. I don't think
I think that is an unpainted
What's
arm.
going on there? We got.
I don't know. It's interesting to see knights gathered up in the corner like that. You don't. It's funny when you see that kind of stuff.
They're all bunched up. You got the War Discordants hiding behind that hill over there. You kind of see it tucked back here. Can we get a little scroll down to the right to kind of see where his deployment is? As Sean moves up. There you go. Oh, we got our cameramans there and trying to get a nice close-up shot of those Disco Lords. Oh, look at that. There they are. Fantastic. Got some conversions.
Yeah, you're good. I'm just looking at where this cold star.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to say this has nothing to do with the game. Bone, I don't know if any of you watch Tabletop Tactics, but Bone's a pretty good buddy of mine, and I don't know if you guys know him from there, but he basically said that he's been doing fasting, and he says, I reckon it works. So, in an English accent, he'd say, hey, mate, I reckon it actually works. So, you know,
So
there's that.
Shout out to Bone.
Shout out to Bone from Tabletop Tactics.
You heard it here. Damien was talking about fasting. Was that last round or was that this?
That was last round.
Yeah.
Talking about Richard Siegler.
That's right. So we'll cut to him in a minute and see how that fasting's working for him.
Toga, toga, toga.
Did you check in with him to see if he ate lunch today?
You know that man didn't eat any lunch. He doesn't eat lunch, man. He doesn't eat.
He doesn't want to eat lunch.
Bone is the man.
He's got a strategy behind it.
I think it's so he doesn't poop.
I think it's he didn't want to risk a negative reaction to whatever food he's eating more than any kind of scientific fasting diet. But yeah, I can't speak for Siegler. We're happy to ask him for the folks at home if they
so
care.
do you not eat so you don't poop? Interesting interview question. Don't mind the 500 people in the chat. It's just talking to us.
All right, so Sean's just positioning. Again, we do all the movement first before he goes into the shooting.
6 Harlequin bikes tonight.
And they're just talking about what's happening.
So he's just kind of rolling some dice here. Let's.
There's just Knight Spinners, his artillery hiding in the back. They have long range and they can shoot out of line of sight, so they don't really want to be seen.
Look how pretty those tanks are, though. He did a great. Whoever painted those for the man did a great job.
I believe he paints his own stuff.
Does he?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes, he does. And guys, his Night Spinners were originally deployed in the ruins here, and then he spent to redeploy with the Eldar Strat to try to get them out of the range of the Knights to stay alive
So
longer.
is that what he has left? He has 4 CPs left. And you see,
Yes, he's at 4 CP.
I mean, he doesn't.
you see those cups he has there. That's just there. The organized dice. How many dice he needs to roll, so he can kind of pre-count those up ahead of time so he can save time rolling. All the games are timed. We have clocks here to kind of track and keep track of each opponent's time. You don't want to run out of time because then you stop being able to move and play. So you could cost yourself the game if you take too long. So time is a critical factor. Usually there is enough time if you play quickly, but you always want to kind of keep the game moving.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, 40K Dad. The chat has been amazing. We've kept it very civil. I feel like everybody's been having a good time. Yeah, it's been really great.
There's been some great action at 40K. You guys have been great keeping us active and engaged.
Keeping these guys in check.
Oh yeah, we definitely we've caught some folks doing things they shouldn't have been doing. Some rules that were missed.
Oh,
and
so
we're active judging here, so we'll send a ref out.
Active reffing.
I said a ref.
You said judging.
I fixed it. You just call it out. Thanks.
No,
we'll send a ref out, and they will do some work.
Here's the thing. I want to let you guys know. You guys haven't been here on the ground floor, so to fill you in, if you were here, you would have heard about some of the drama that we have had. We've had a little bit of drama with people have gotten some yellow cards.
There's definitely been yellow cards handed out for different incidences, play models, all sorts of stuff.
And so a lot of it comes down to, like, with this kind of tournament when it's high risk, high reward kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, there is no room for arguing with refs.
That's right.
And so if you come across and a ref says, hey, this is the rule, and they're like, okay, well, what is the rule? And he has to read it again. He's like, this is the rule. And he's like, well, could you explain that to me? Sure, we can explain it, but I'm reading you the sentence. And now I feel like you're kind of combatant. They'll hand out these yellow cards here like it's going out of fashion. It's not a big deal for the first one, because what we do is we have a three-card system here.
Yeah.
Now, you can go straight to a red card if you're being belligerently not very nice. But if you're doing something that is some sort of infraction in the rules, you will be warned with a yellow card.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
3 yellow cards, and that's an automatic red card. That's a DQ.
That's a DQ.
Yeah, so you're out of the event. So, kind of keep those guys in check. They need to make sure. And sometimes it's not about being combative or arguing with a ref or about a rule. It could be that my list was submitted incorrectly and it just missed the judges, and we realized that, and there's a penalty that has to be enforced.
I mean, you guys caught that. You guys caught that six
heavy weapons.
6 heavy weapons. And
and it was totally inadvertent.
He didn't mean to.
It missed the check.
You guys did ruin his day. I will let you know that, because he lost 3 of his heavy weapons.
And he was.
But he's back here today and he's playing. And
he was deducted a yellow card, and he couldn't use those units.
He
had to be playing 170 points down or whatever it ended up being.
So it's pretty cool your interaction with the players, guys.
Yeah, we definitely caught some. We fought some orcs where they weren't using grots to kind of represent the Gretchen that are manning the smashing guns.
Yep.
That's an infraction. So. And
then there's been there's that. I mean, and the other stuff is literally like a ref walking by. There was a guy that had he got a yellow card handed out because he was saying, oh, and this is an example, right? He was like, okay, my grav cannon is 33 inches. And the ref walked up and he's like, why is it 33 inches? Show me. Because he's heard it as he was walking by. Yeah. And the guy was like, oh, well, it's right here. And he's like, that says 24. And he had the extended range, right? So it's just 30. And he's doing 33. And he's like, here's a yellow card. Don't do that again.
I did not hear that one. So, so there is active reffing. They're walking around. It's kind of like that. We stated it more like that policeman right around the rise, that you're worried about speed and getting the ticket. It's keeping people on their toes, but they're also actively looking around. So if they catch things or they need it right away, they're instantly available. So you've got a great crew here, and they're doing work. I mean, they're handing out penalties, and it's been pretty tame. I mean, like, there was a lot of concern about folks getting a little riled up for the big money, and people have been on their best behavior. So
they've been great. They've actually been great.
Yeah, and we hand out the yellow card. It's not like everyone's upset about it.
They're not upset about it. I mean, even the guy with the heavy teams, he was like, "That sucks," but
he's more mad at himself.
He's like, "Why
embarrassed than really anything that he was trying to get one over on somebody."
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, I got a quick update on the table.
Yeah,
Sean just finished the top of turn 1. He cleared off 1 unit of the cultist with his Knight Spinners, and then he did 10 wounds to a Knight, and then he fired and faded back behind the wall with his Harlequin bikes. And now we're going into Cody's bottom turn 1.
So give me the top down right now. Let's see if we can get that top-down view. Yeah, so the Harlequin bikes, we kind of showed where they popped out and they were going to shoot at a knight. And they have a stratagem that once they shoot, they can fire and fade, which lets them move again.
Yeah.
And they have the fly keyword, so they can basically fly over that building wall and jump to the other side. So it's a great strategy. I want to shoot, but I don't really want to get shot back. Their elves are little tricksy guys, so they shop the knight with their haywire. That's really great against vehicles. And then they said, peace, we're out of here, and jump back across the wall.
That's right.
Did cost Sean a command point to do that fire and fade, so he's down to 3.
Let's can we pop back? I know this is about to get the shooting. Let's go to table 3 real quick and see if turn 2 has kicked off for the Iron Hands player, because this is where our champion is.
Yeah, Richard Siegler. Rolling dragons over here. You rolled them at the wrong time, son.
Yeah, so table 3, Richard just did his turn 1. He picked up hold 1, kill 1, and he actually got the bonus for touching all 6 of them, or touching all 5 of them, sorry. He got 1 for big game and 1 for old school, and he did manage to take 1 plane down, and I think he put another one down to 2 wounds left. So, he's doing all right. We're going to see what the Iron Hands retaliate with. He's trying to pick off some drones now. He's trying to pick off some of those wounds off the characters he chosen for big game hunter, or sorry, for a head hunter, or mark for death. Jeez. And we'll see. It's going to be an interesting turn 1.
Can they can Richard post in the chat thing or the whatever, the ITC battle apps, to say what he did?
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. I'll let him know.
And let's pull up the stats for table 3 as well.
Table 3, yeah.
Are we in the top of the movement phase for Iron Hands?
For Cody?
For Cody, yeah. Not for Cody, for Logan.
Oh, yeah, Logan, sorry. No, it's not Cody. It's Richard Siegler
and Logan.
and Logan.
Are we in the movement phase, Chad? Or is it?
Yeah, the Iron Hands player is still in the movement phase. Yeah, he's doing his now. He's still got to move those back 3 planes.
Okay.
How many planes did he get, did you say?
He killed
So he
one
has 6 total, and he's down 1 now.
Yeah, he lost 1, and he did a bunch of wounds to another one.
Now,
top down on 3?
I want to get your opinion a little bit there, Chad. Do you think that was enough?
So with the amount of drones that Richard has to protect him, I think he's going to be okay. Now, Logan did bring some eliminators to the battle, so he's looking to pick off, I think it's the Ethereal probably turn 1, maybe put some wounds on a commander. We'll see. That's really kind of his play right now. You know, I think actually Siegler's okay. It would have been nice to get the second plane, but I think he's okay right now.
Yeah, I think he's fine. The challenge with the Imperial Fists is all those planes kind of have short-range weaponry. So anything that he brings to bear on some drones is going to get return fire from those Riptides.
Well, not even the Riptides, the
Cold Star
commander sitting over there too.
Yeah, so I mean,
and the Cold Star.
The Riptides have strength 6 guns. Half the planes are toughness 6, so he's wounded on 4s. Half the planes are toughness 7, so that's wounded on 5s. But he's got a lot of bullets there.
He can get +1 to wound on one of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he does it right, he's got marker drones sitting up there also with some Pathfinder, so he can marker light it and then pop the stratagem for it.
Yeah, get some pluses to hit. Planes natively have a -1 to shoot at just because they're flying up in the sky, so that makes it a little bit harder to hit.
Yeah, the enemy characters can't they just pass it to drones?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's only suits, if I'm not mistaken, though, right?
I thought it was characters too. I thought the drones could do anything.
I think it's Savior Protocols. It's just anyone has that rule.
Yeah.
We'll double check that. So can I get a top down on 3? And I want to kind of see where his back deployment is and see what's left back there.
I just saw Red Powell go.
So kind of scroll to the top right a little bit.
Suits and infantry. Yeah, it's
Suits
both.
and infantry. There you go.
The chat has spoken.
Good to know.
The
I don't
chat
play Tau.
has spoken.
And is that plane in the left corner? Is that a dead plane?
By
By the blue whale?
No, this one's still up and functioning. He's trying to snipe out some other guys over here.
Ah, gotcha.
He's trying to probably get him off that objective.
Yeah, there's some guys you can kind of see.
So did Richard get the bonus that turn?
He did. I also think that this plane is a bait move. Hope maybe.
I don't know which plane you're talking about.
The one down by the blue whale, because Richard does have that commander that can jump out.
They can't
30
hear you
plus
while
inches.
you're saying this, can they?
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they heard.
No, yeah. Can they hear you? Are you standing close enough where they can hear you?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
no.
Yeah, I just don't want Richard to hear you
Gotcha.
giving away his stratagems.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already moved, so. Anyways.
So yeah, that's okay. Cool. Let's
So we're going to shooting here.
see how the shooting goes.
Who's shooting right now?
I believe this is one of the airplanes.
Sure. Which one?
Let's keep it in the top down and give me some points on who's shooting where.
Which plane to which? What's
This
the
guy here.
target?
The Pathfinder's right out here by the Army Painter.
He's shooting the Pathfinders first.
That's this plane here. Shooting
This
there.
plane. Yeah.
This blue whale plane. There we go.
It really can't see a whole lot.
Shooting right here.
I think he's just going to get that kill one right now.
yeah. Hey, listen, Drake. Okay, this is my guy this turn. I don't need you saying stuff like that in chat.
Go, Tap, go.
No, don't. All you're doing is fueling the fire. Please, let's have a.
Dragon's
Okay,
attack.
guys, everybody in chat, let's pump the brakes. Golly, man, we don't want Thomas to win.
Drones can't get killed. They don't die.
We need white chocolate to win.
Everyone knows. Have you seen Richard roll drone saves?
I don't care what Richard does.
Do we need to have? We have to stay on this thing a lot to catch her. We need the drone counter. Like how many saves does the drone
We
make?
actually might have to have a drone counter, a drone savior counter. He's standing right next to me. Yeah, it's like he's like, hey, this is a strategy that he's probably doing. Standing right next to Richard. Freaking Logan's like, am I playing two people right now? Like, what is happening here?
I don't think Siegler needs our help.
Remember that Stormhawks are -2 to hit versus Commanders and Riptides.
Not against. Because they have fly. That's
do
right.
have
They
fly.
have minus against fly.
And
That's right.
That's a great call, except they can get +1 to hit, so it'll just be -1.
And I can't depend on this because my dice are clearly just not doing
So we're shooting
First
at drones. here?
drone dead. No, he was shooting at the Ethereal with the Eliminators back here.
He did?
He looked it out.
So he looked it out to a drone. I wonder why he didn't just shoot the drones.
I mean, I think the play is if you shoot the character and they don't look out the wounds, like there's just bonus wounds on the dude. So
I mean, I know it's mortal wounds back, and
I mean,
which
it's
is
a
easier
5-up
than
versus
than
a 4-up,
4-up.
5-up.
I know. I mean, I know.
The
I
math
hear
on
you.
it.
I feel you. But
It's mass is the answer.
yeah, nobody likes math. I can't hear you.
And don't forget, we have the Army Painter raffle going on. So you guys, exclamation giveaway to enter into that raffle for this round. We'll be handing out a paint set from the Army Painter.
So this is really interesting. Like Siegler has spread out all his drones, and
Keep
he
it-
does
keep
this
it
like
table three
weird formation of
I want to see how
drones.
this shooting phase goes. Sorry, keep going.
Oh no! So he can do this like weird formation of drones. So he can pull these drones kind of within his squad, but he's still keeping that bubble active, which is really clever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
we've
see
seen-
how he
we've
has all
seen him
those
do
mixed
that.
colors
Yeah.
on his drones.
Yeah, that's how he always does it.
And that's a real good way to kind of let you know as your opponent and him which drone goes to which unit. So, but you see how they're all intermixed in there. Like he's keeping everybody within a radius so that he can pull drones one at a time from different units and keep them all alive.
Yeah, that's 18 inches, Peg leg. Peg-legged. Oh, peg-legged, Greg. I got it. Yeah, sorry, man. Reading.
So
Super
he did not.
fun.
He did not cast our Pop Monka or.
I don't think it.
No, he just shot the
Oh.
planes normally.
Party foul, Richard.
Throw down.
Party foul.
So the great thing about this terrain, I don't know, he might have broke a guy, is that you can easily pick up that ruin piece if you need to from a line of sight perspective or
Just
from a dice rolling
flop it
perspective.
right back.
Just measuring, and then you know exactly where it goes.
Eliminators firing into one of the marker light squads.
Marker light
So why is he shooting 4 shots with the eliminator? Does he have a?
These are the 2 eliminators in the back corner.
Oh, he's shooting both units together.
No, I'm sorry, not eliminators, suppressors.
Suppressors. There we go.
Space Marine names are confusing.
He
nowadays.
did have 3 suppressor units.
So
It's a 48-inch range gun. Strength 7 -2. 2 damage. And so is he? he is Iron Hands, right?
He's an
Or
Iron
is-
Hand
or is he
successor.
successor with
He's
Master Artisan?
Master Artisan and Stealthy.
and Stealthy.
Yeah, pretty standard.
Wah, wah, wah.
If I had to guess.
Cal Young might help.
So just to pull up a suppressor weapon. I think that's an accelerator auto cannon. Here's the stats on that guy. It's -2 base, so in the Devastator Doctrine, it adds an additional AP
-3.
on heavy weapons, so it's -3. Those are great. 48 inches range is also very underestimated if you're not really used to guys just popping in and shooting like that.
The neurovirus injector.
Shelby, what up, girl?
And suppressors,
Minus a billion.
they're pretty quick. They got a 12-inch move with their jump packs. They're 2 wounds because they're Primaris, and they're power armor guys. So
And
they're
they can
just
move
running
and shoot without penalty because
That's
of
right.
Iron Hands.
Iron Hands. They ignore that heavy mid.
And let's
weapon
not forget,
penalty.
right? They still have that extra ability to shut down Overwatch if they need to.
That's right. That doesn't come in often, but against Tau, that might be useful. They got to kill a model in the unit, though. So with Tau, it's not necessarily as easy because the Riptides are usually doing the bulk of the Overwatch. But it can come in handy in certain matchups where you just got to kill one model if it's a big unit. You could potentially
shot
stop it
there.
from shooting altogether.
Look at those planes just honing in. It's pretty sweet looking.
It is. They're kind of in a strafing run pattern. They got to take out some drones. Now, again, they're very vulnerable here. So he does have some -2s on the interceptors. So
Yeah.
that'll make it a little bit tougher to kill them.
I mean,
But he's got to do some work here.
He's gonna get to pop Cal Young though because he's so close.
He's going to be able to do it. Cal Young is
so
a strategy.
let me ask you. Sorry, go ahead.
Is an ability of the Tau. So once per game, they can pop this ability where they reroll all hits and all wounds. Is that what it is?
No.
All hits?
They can either move and shoot without penalty,
Yeah. There's 2 different.
or
ones.
they can reroll all failed hits.
Yeah. There's Cal Young and there's Monka. One's move and shoot without penalty.
I think Munka is the move and shoot without penalty, and then the
other one's reroll all hits.
other one's reroll all hits, I believe.
So pretty powerful. And so he's in range. He won't have to move. He can just pop the reroll all hits.
So
Super strong.
let me ask you a question though. Why
You
would
see
he
the
not
advantage
fly
back
those planes all over the place? So he has to move outside of his range. Is there something I'm not thinking about? Or
So if you look in the middle of the planes, right now he's protecting 2 Smash Captains in the very middle of them. I think that's why he's
He's
got
got
it like
some
that.
characters. So Smash Captains, if you
Okay.
guys don't know, is
Okay.
a character with a jump pack, a captain.
Yeah, it looks like there's one with a fist and then one with an axe or something.
they're
A
usually
super axe.
They're usually armed with some weapon.
Munka is advance without penalty.
There you go.
Even better. It's not move.
Is that the bone coming in hot?
Where was he? Who said that?
Monka's move and shoot as if you have not moved,
Shooting and melee.
so you can advance as well.
Okay, so you can put him on free up in close combat.
Oh, look! Is that the bone?
Is this our echo in here?
Is there an echo in here?
Not as bad.
Is that the bone in the house?
Reasonably hard to
My main man.
I think you summoned him.
I might have summoned him, man. I messaged him today. I told him, "Hey, Bone." I told him already. I said that you believe in fasting, man. I said, and you said that you reckon that it works. Oh, I should have done. I guess I should have done an Aussie accent, not an English. My bad, dude. My bad, dog.
Get it
my
right.
bad. My bad.
So
my
what's
bad.
shooting right now? We're still shooting planes and drones?
Another shrimp on the bobby, eh? I bet that gets old real quick when people do that.
Look at those saves. I could just see it out of the corner of the screen there.
I knew it would, Bone. I knew it would, buddy. I'm sorry, Ben. I apologize. I take it back. Can I take it back? Can we go back in time?
Pathfinder unit down.
Pathfinder unit down. Thank you. Bone, you should be Ben. You should be particularly interested in this. I know you talked about Richard a little while ago in your last one of your last battle reports about. I mean, this guy, dude. Out of all the Tau players that we've seen, I mean, I think this guy is just taking the cake and teaching people how to really. I mean, if you want to learn how to play Tau, I mean, I know you're a great Tau player. Don't get me wrong, Bone. Don't get me wrong, buddy.
I mean, you did say this is Bone from Tabletop Tactics.
This
Did I
is
miss
Bone.
that?
This is Bone from Tabletop Tactics.
Yeah, but we all know he's trying to bring Devilfish back to the table.
Fish of Fury. Everyone knows. I used to have a Tau army. Fire Warriors for life, baby.
That's fantastic. Thanks for coming in here, Ben. We appreciate your time, buddy. I know you're a busy guy. You guys got a lot going on over there at Tabletop Tactics. But hopefully, well, I'm not going to give anything away, but hopefully soon some big stuff happens.
Why does she have to have such a long name?
All right, so how many of the 5 remaining planes have fired? Chad? I think he's still checking. Kind of trying to keep an eye on what's going on here. There's a lot of shooting. These are drones just taking saves. He's popping off with all of his guns.
He's got 2 more planes left. He's got 3 that are fired already.
And he's just trying to pick
Thanks,
off drones.
Ben. Appreciate it, buddy.
Is he firing his missiles at the Riptides? Is there any one particular one he's
So if you see
focusing
too,
on?
he's putting these little orange markers by each plane that he's fired. This is it's an easy way to keep up with it.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's good for you and your opponent, so you can't be like, well, you already shot that one. And I'm like, no, I shot this one.
Because we'll hand out a yellow card if you try to shoot with the same plane twice.
Some circles, you might get a punch in the face. You shoot that plane too many times.
Oh, my goodness. Not here, though.
That's right. Actually, it's been very civil, so we've been having a fantastic time. And the tables we've had on stream, they've been like super gentlemanly.
They just had a great
sportsmanship.
time. We saw some takebacks.
Yeah, they let him take stuff back. They let him discuss it. And he forgot to do stuff. He's like, oh, go ahead and do it. And it's been fantastic to watch.
Yes, sir.
Just trying to take a look and see what he has left and where the
So
different drone
is
squads are.
Is he just seeing where the different squads are left? You can't move that plane again. There, Logan. Stop trying to move that plane now. You saw him scooch it onto the objective. I'm just kidding, Chad. I'm just messing.
Don't say it.
I know. I shouldn't even said that. I'm sorry.
You just caused
I'm just causing trouble. Pampreen's table. We can get a camera over to Pampreen's table at some point.
And you do see right there where Richard Siegler snuck one drone there.
Let's go check it out.
On the edge of that objective, just to kind of make him have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And Siegler's got a bunch of multi-model drone units. Some are 2-man, some are 4-man. But you don't really want to shoot your 12-shot gun at a 2-man drone unit.
And that's
part of his strategy.
That's why he does it like that.
You're
He's like, cool. I have 55 drones. He's got a couple of 8-man, and then he's got a ton of 2-mans.
Yeah. And so you're like, that does give up a lot of kill mores. You could potentially pick off those, but that's just kind of coming into a strategy. Because if you're trying to waste a lot of shots on a little 2-man unit just to get one more kill for that turn scoring,
that's another turn where his Riptides live.
Yeah, his big guys that are doing all of the work can sit there and hammer on you.
Exactly right.
And you're not putting any of those big gun shots into them.
That's exactly right.
It's a clever, counterintuitive strategy.
I mean, again, this dude has just put the time and effort into making this list, man.
All right, first Riptide's taking some damage here.
Oh, he fell to some lookouts, or he just decided he was going to take them? There's a shot of Pampreen.
I think he failed to look out, and then he managed to get one cheeky missile through that did 6 damage.
Ooh, big hit
And
with the
Richard
D6
saved 2 of them.
Nice. Well, let's while they're doing
There's
this shooting,
Pampreen.
we'll come back. Let's jump to another table.
What is there's Pampreen on the camera there. Can anybody walk over? Can we get a weatherman to walk over there to the camera, please, and just kind of give us the highlights of what they're seeing and what's going on right there, whose turn it is, what the score is, and their secondaries, please. All the information.
So while we're doing that, let's pull up table 2.
Well, no, okay. You want to pull up table?
I mean, while the roam cam goes
Yeah,
over
well,
there.
he's got to figure that stuff out. The roam cam was there already, but
Oh, he was.
we got to figure out the info, I guess.
So this is Sean Danes versus Eddie, and you just kind of take
Bob,
a look
what
at
do
the
we got
table.
going on?
Table
What's been
two,
going on,
it's,
bud?
Kurt Klaus versus Eddie.
Kurt.
So we are at the top of 2, and Kurt has now killed all 3 Invictus Tactical Warsuits. He's taken out a unit of devs that dropped bottom of 1. He just killed an attack bike, and it looks like he's starting to come out. Eddie on the bottom of 1 got a tactical warsuit into Kurt's vehicles and did not kill it. Kurt rolled several 6s, and then everything backed up, killed the other 2. So it's looking pretty bad right now for Eddie.
That hurts. I mean, you make a couple 6s on your saves. 6s for life. You just roll some dragons, and the suits go.
Yeah, Eddie's Devastators did do work. They came down, they popped a Wave Serpent, but he didn't get the things that he needed to. He was missing. It's a dice game. He's rolling not the best right now.
Fair enough. Do we have information from Pampreen yet?
Yeah, I just got hold of I'll go get that for you.
Thank you so much.
So
Life
while we're
after it's any nearby. Yeah, thank you so much. It's life any drones nearby.
Yeah. Let's jump to table 1. Get the top down on 1. See where we are there.
What do we got, Will? What's been going on your table?
We are going into the top of 2. Sean is starting his movement phase. In the bottom of 1, Cody cleared off 1 unit of Rangers, and then he took out the Harlequin bikes with a charge from a Disco Lord. Ooh. So now Sean is trying to strike back.
You see he got those guys.
They both held 1. They held the same. They both killed, and then Cody killed more. So he did get up on points in that point.
Yeah.
And like I said, right now Sean's doing Sean things. He took about 5 minutes before he did anything and just thought about it and figured out exactly what he was going to do.
That's what he does, man.
Yeah, you saw them putting that terrain back. That's a great, just obviously they need to do some measurements. They're going to charge. Infantry can charge through walls. They're charging around the edges. They're just kind of like, let's move that terrain out so we can get some precise measurements, and then we can put that back.
Disco Lords are so insane, man.
They move so quickly.
And there's so many attacks. That's the thing, man.
Yeah,
and don't let you be Imperial when they catch you.
They get so many bonus attacks against their hated enemy, the Imperium. So
Sean moved those middle buildings out of the way. That way he could make sure he was precise on his measurements and his movements with his bikes.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to measure up high and go around, it just makes it so much easier, especially when it's going to be a key charge and key assault to make sure everything's precise.
Yeah. Did we find anything about Pampreen's game?
Checking right quick. Might matter, might not.
So we're waiting for Bob to do that.
Waiting for Bob to do that, yeah. So kind of looking at the table right now, I mean, the Knights, and we're currently in.
This is Sean's turn?
This is Sean's turn.
This is top of 2, fellas.
Yes. Yeah,
so he's jumped his bikes over. So you see he has some Knights here that he's going to try to go do some work.
There we go. There's a nice shot of the times.
Sean's even got his name penciled on his time.
On his side. What do you feel?
I'm pretty sure he's over there.
So we're in the psychic phase right now?
Into the vicinity.
Yes, we're going into the psychic phase. Sean's casting powers right now. He just got Doom off on one of the Knights.
Which one did he cast it on? There's 2 red ones and a purple one.
Okay, purple. He's got Doom on this purple guy, so that lets him reroll all wounds against that guy, which is very powerful. You want every shot to count.
Yep.
It's okay.
So he's still measuring to see what powers he wants to cast. He's got to maximize his effort here as he jumps across the wall.
This is a new Army Painter giveaway.
Yeah, right now he's
brand new,
using
and this is
Smite
a new
on
one for
the
this
Lord
round.
D.
He's doing Smite, okay. Disco Lord. Let's go back to the top-down view.
Top-down view, guys. Thank you.
There we go. We cast a Smite onto the Disco Lord here.
Yeah, jump on there and get in that giveaway, guys. Get it, get it, get it, get it. If you guys don't jump on it, I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to win.
And it looks like he has picked him up.
I'll get that Army Painter set.
Disco Lord down.
Yes, he picked up the Disco Lord. And Cody also said his girlfriend was following along on chat, and he spelled out "I love you" with his dice up at the top of the table.
Can we get a shot of that?
Oh, we can.
Can we get a shot of that, please?
Up this way.
With some of their other stuff.
We're right here.
Go farther up this way. Right up here. It spells out "I love you" to his girlfriend. Supposed to be watching in chat.
Look at that. So just scroll a
what's
little bit to the
what's
left.
his girlfriend's name in chat? We'll get a shout out.
Margarita in the chat.
Margarita.
So she's a drunk.
Showed
That's great.
Last name Salts.
So,
Margarita Salts.
It's a girlfriend.
Oh, just the salts.
It's
okay.
just the girlfriend.
No,
It's
it's
not
Margarita
married yet.
Salts. It's Margarita Salt. Yeah, it's just the girlfriend.
She's not a Margarita Salt just yet. That name is too good. Too good not to go there. Sorry, Margarita.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Margarita. I
Cody,
couldn't help it.
fantastic.
You got to forgive me. I'm
at
like
that. A little upside
90%
down.
douchebag and 20%. Wait, no,
So,
that math doesn't add up. Is it 10%?
Here we go. I've got it. I can draw. Got to use this Illustrator to the magic.
Look at that. You forgot the L, Holmes.
I got it.
No, you didn't do the L. In
I
there.
erased it.
That's all right. It's gone now. K-Run, thank you so much for your sub, baby.
Yeah, if you like what we're doing, absolutely please like, share, tweet, Hit all the social media. Subscribe. We love some subscriptions. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get a free Twitch subscription with Amazon Prime. I think everyone I know
look
has
at that
Amazon.
shot. There you go. I
he got
love
it.
you. That's so cute, man. Honestly, I wouldn't even do that for my wife, so good for him, man.
Jade, if you're listening, that he
Jade,
said that.
Jade, if you're listening, yeah, stop listening. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, my goodness.
Good shot of our sponsors, those objective markers created by 3D Wargaming. Pop Goes the Monkey. R.S. Andrews, definitely we have a promotion going on. If you go to their Facebook page and like them and Pro Tabletop, you'll be entered in a raffle to win a whole full set of Pro Tabletop swag.
No, it's Army Painter. Paints.
Army Painter swag. I keep trying to give that away.
Big
Army Painter.
Thomas wants to give away. We'd literally go broke if Thomas was in charge of giving everything
Now,
away.
Army Painter has been throwing a lot of swag our way.
Dude, they've been
we've
throwing
been giving
so
out
much stuff.
Army Painter
we
swag
need to give
almost
it to
every
them.
round.
Every round, yeah, just about every round.
They've been fantastic. So Army Painter, Adam himself, the best general, has been in the chat at times. So we like their products. We love their products. Support them. They make some great stuff. Go out there and get some Army Painter. Get your models painted like this on the table.
I like what he says there. There are 3 types of people in the world. 1, those who can't do math. And 2, those who can't. That's it.
Those guys aren't mechanical engineers. Damien.
I am so bad at math. I'll tell you what, though. I'm pretty good at literature, to be honest.
How are you good at literature? What does that even mean? You
Yeah,
good at
I'm
reading?
just
or?
good at reading. I like words.
Oh, you can be good at words, I think. So what's he going to do with these bikes? Is he going to charge?
By the way, Cody's sorry. I know you're about to say this, but I just got to put this in for Cody's girlfriend. Says hi, and I love you too, babe.
Oh, so we got to get that shout out. Give that to Cody.
Somebody tell Cody. Tell Cody his girlfriend loves him. And she said,
do.
sorry. She says, I love you too, babe.
So she'll know it's legit.
So
We're not making up words.
first of all, couples shouldn't say babe to each other. I disagree with that. If you guys have ever seen The Office, there's an episode where it doesn't matter.
Yes. So is he gonna? He's got Doom on this guy. So what's the strategy here? Like he's really close to this guy. So what's he gonna do with this knight? Is he gonna?
Right now, he's in the shooting phase, and he's splitting his shots with his bikes, with all the weak shots going on the Doom's Knight, all the stronger shots going on the Red Knight directly in front.
Okay.
He's so smart about that.
So the bikes have lances, so they do -4, 2 damage, and the weaker shots are only strength 4, so they'll need 6s to wound, but they do an extra AP when they roll 6s. But he's rolling on a doomed knight. That means he gets to reroll all his wounds. So buckets of dice on the little guns, a lot less shots, but they're more powerful on the strong ones. But so this looks like he's rolling the little guns first, as many dice as he's got there. I'm just looking for 6s. Dragon counter, go.
That is a very cringy episode of The Office. I'm glad. Thank you so much. I appreciate you popping in there with that.
Guys, we've got Bobby with the Pamprine update. If y'all want to kick over to him on that
So
table.
excited, yeah.
All right, Bobby, let's go to
Chad
you.
has
and
been
see what they have.
asking.
So they are now in the top of 3.
Number 9, please.
It is 7-6 in favor
9.
of Mr.
Let's go to
Pamprine.
camera 9.
And
Cannon.
his opponent's secondaries are Gangbusters, Behind Enemy Lines, and Headhunter.
C9.
And Mr. Pamprine has chosen Big Game Hunter, which he scored 3 of, Ground Control, and Old School. And if you're looking at the camera, if you come all the way around to this side, you'll notice that he has not brought in any of his reserves yet. Everything he has, all of his Centurions, they're all still in the box and haven't appeared. So he's denying his opponent the Gangbuster scores by not even bringing those guys on yet.
Wow. Yeah, so that army's all about jumping in from reserves and just doing work and making charges.
So he is, sorry, yep. You're right.
8, she says.
What is, and what turn is this? Sorry. What turn was that, Bob?
Save 2. Take 6 more.
So top of 3 is where we're going.
Okay, cool.
So they're about to appear.
yeah,
cool.
top of 3. When you go into reserves, you have to come in by turn
That
3,
rotate wasn't working.
or they're destroyed. So
Trophy wife. Tell Sean I love him. If he wins, me a trophy. So I need you to tell only if.
We've heard that about you.
Sean.
Pretty hardcore about you. Don't come home if you
Hey,
don't win.
come home. Come home
Don
with
just
your
said that he knows if there's no trophy, he's not allowed to come home.
yeah.
It's a really
come,
sad flight back home.
come home with your shield or on it.
right? she knows what's up.
No, that's
With your shield or on it.
We've seen
is
some
what I
text
just got
messages.
realized.
That's right. We've seen some text messages. Shows like probably should have shown that to you, but we've seen those in previous tournaments. Well, thanks for following along. We're glad to have you. Let us know if you want some updates on Sean. If we're not giving enough of those, we love checking in on Sean. And he's actually playing right now, so we want to see him. I want to see what happened in these nights. So where are we at damage-wise?
how much damage did you do that purple knight with Doom on him?
Started him at 24 and they click down.
Cody counts down. The purple knight looks like at 13. The red knight is at 10, but about to take some more damage, and the purple's taking damage right now.
Those are cool wound counters.
Down to 12.
So he counts down, so that means he has 14 left, or 12 left.
12 left. I thought you.
I think he was at 10 and he went to 12. 24 wounds on the knights.
24. Yeah, the knights. Let's pull that up there. The stat line of an Imperial Knight. For those of you at home that don't know, the Imperial Knights are these big, huge walker creatures, and not creatures. They're big machines, and you got a little dude that sits in there, pilots them.
Yeah, think of Pacific
Rim.
Pacific Rim.
With just a dude though.
A single guy.
And normally, a lot of those guys though, they're like pretty wealthy families and stuff that are the pilots. It's
Yeah,
pretty
because those machines are ancient and they kind of
They're
pass it down through
yeah,
the
like a
family.
suit of armor.
Yeah, it's got this whole. It's an Imperial Knight, so you got this all heraldry of your knight and your family, and
They're usually like decorated with all these ribbons and things because they're so powerful, aren't they? I mean,
Yeah.
they're like crazy. Level cities and stuff.
So did you get a knight up there?
I thought you were gonna do it. I didn't have the knight. Oh my goodness. We're falling behind, guys. I'm sorry. I don't even know who it's Cody Salts.
On my first power.
Cody had to spend a CP reroll to keep Aramon alive from the snipers.
Ooh. The Rangers doing work. There's a knight to spoiler.
To keep him alive?
He's almost dead.
Whoa. Armand's
Yes,
almost
he's
dead?
down to 1 wound.
Wow.
He had to spend the CP reroll. He did 1 mortal with the Rangers. He had to take 3 saves. He failed 2.
Wow.
So Aramon's down to 1 wound.
That's a big deal. Armand's pretty
goodness.
big linchpin as far as getting powers off. He's a very powerful psyker. He does a lot of work. It's usually hard to get rid of him. Having him this hurt early on in the game, that's
no bueno.
That's not a good thing.
No bueno, as my wife would say.
And, we look at Sean. He has not picked Headhunter, so that's not even an issue. But just getting rid of him in general is a big win for him.
And guys, just so everybody knows, even this is one of the top tables here. Once again, it's a very gentlemanly game. We've already had some things of, hey, that's not kind of what I really wanted to do. You fine with that? Fine. They've both done that.
Yeah, that's because Twitchell's
it's-
standing there looking like a dad.
Twitch just showed up.
Yeah, no,
Twitch
he's
just
he's
showed
standing
up.
there looking like a bloodhound,
But
ready
it's
to
just-
bite. Arr, get him, get him, Twitchell.
Which is
It's-
one of our refs.
Keep him under
It's
lock.
it's been a pleasure to watch the top tables all weekend because that's how every game has been.
That's fantastic.
Nook, 1701. Thank you, baby, for the sub.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're about to get some
boss.
gimbal action on. You guys are about to get some. This footage we're about to bring to you guys. This is like first-person perspective of what these
Dragons
guys are
attack. So if you don't know Brad's one of the main organizers. He's the man
Brad- no, he
behind
is-
Pro
he-
Tabletop.
yeah,
I
like,
shouldn't
come on.
say one of.
One
he
of.
is the main man.
This guy.
And we're sitting here, and he's going to work. We got a camera in his hand, and we're like, go do some work. And he's not only the main guy organizing it, he's also on the floor bringing you some
I'll tell you,
crazy shots.
That's what's cool
from the
about
table.
Brad is like it's kind of like when you have one of those bosses that's willing to go and sweep the floor to like clean up the shop, with you or whatever. He's like that to me.
Yeah. So
let's go to table
while
2.
they're doing that, we'll come back to this. Let's check in.
Or table 3. Let's go to table 3.
Let's go check
'cause
out
it should be-
Sigler.
Should be Sigler now.
See where those planes are. Oh, there's a lot less planes.
Yeah, so Siegler's come up. He's killed 2 planes. Now he's just picking off some suppressors and eliminators with the SMS shots.
That's my gut reaction. You see his gut reaction is the People's Champion is slipping that much farther away. I might win People's Champion today before we even go to day 3.
So stupid.
So, but it's looking like a pretty good game. I mean, if he can keep these planes alive, but it's getting tough. That front plane is down to 7 wounds. The other 2 are untouched right now. Those 2 characters in the middle are still untouched. But yeah, like I said, he's just picking off, trying to get rid of the eliminators, the suppressors, just the stuff that keeps jumping around. Probably trying to maybe boots him if he can.
Yeah, so boots is a rule that if you don't have any ground or units,
He
on
can't
the floor,
boots him.
The planes will just automatically lose. They
He's
don't
not
have any
gonna
ground
boots him.
support. The Storm Challenge.
He doesn't want to boots him because then he can't get as many points as he can. Not to interrupt you, but
That's a good point.
It would be disadvantageous of him to boots him,
Especially this early.
especially this early.
Yeah, so you get points to kind of explain that. You get points every round by killing a unit, and so if you kill the opponent too quickly, then you won't get a lot of points for killing. Now, if you table your opponent, don't you get?
You just get you
You get 4 points. You don't get the bonus, but
Correct.
you'll get 4 points for every round.
get
so,
4 points for every round.
And again, you'll get a lot of battle points for 4, and you're still going to win. So, I mean,
And you do get all of the secondaries that you could have accomplished.
that's right. So tabling him is not that disadvantage. He might cost him a few bonus points, but I think that's still a solid
See,
strategy.
it's old school ground control. I guess you just get all those, no problem, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe bootsing him is not that bad, I guess.
I mean, those are units that are doing work in the background. He just can't let them just keep popping off at him. So I mean,
yeah.
and the planes themselves are doing -2 to hit them, right? So he's only going to do that when he has the advantage.
Yeah, it's -2 to hit those Inceptors with the fly guys that he has, which is half of his army.
Yeah, but he can.
Interceptors, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, he can make it so he only has to, hit him on.
Is that right?
That's why I took the mortals from the commanders. The overturn. It's only ever 1 for the gun.
Yeah, that's 2/3 the armor. You're right. You're right, King.
But Richard did pick up kill 1, hold 1, and he also picked up the bonus again this round. So
Ooh.
he got 2 of his big game, or 3. He has 3 of his big game hunters right now for all those planes.
Yeah.
Hey, can we check on Nanavati's game? Actually, I'd appreciate it if somebody would go. That's just for me personally. Nobody in the chat asked
Yeah,
about
I
it,
got you.
but I want to know.
And is he playing Justin Jones?
Nobody in the chat seems to care about Nanavati, but I do. Oh, look
All
at
right,
him.
Nick,
Look at
what's going
Nanavati.
on here? Tell me what's.
I gave him first turn, thinking I could survive the alpha pretty well and then have good, mission play for bottom of turn. He hit me harder than I was expecting. He killed the Dreadnought and the Scorpius.
Oh crap!
Didn't think I'd lose both those, so I'm playing on the back foot. But at least I have bottom. I'm kind of trying to stalemate the game right now and see what I can make happen at the later half, but
He's got a lot of dreads up, so that could be a problem. So,
it's not great. It's not great.
all right, thank you. So, looks like it's gonna be a tough game for Nick over there.
And who's he playing?
Great question.
Pardon me, sir. Who are you? Look at Chad walking over there. Hey, I know you're in the movement phase, dude, but what's your name?
Brian Jones.
Brian Jones.
Brian the Jones.
Oh, quick score update too. It is 10-8 Brian.
All right. Looks like we have that updated.
And what turn is that?
What's it's turn 2?
Turn 2.
Turn 2.
All right, thank you so much, Chad.
Top of 3 for Brian.
Okay,
Top of
thank
3
you
for
so
Brian.
much.
And so if you look on the left, we are in round 5. So that's game number 2 on day 2. We played 3 games yesterday. This is the second game of today. We have one more going after this. You kind of see the ticker on the left. That's the live score from folks that are playing right now. You don't see a score for pampering there. Sometimes we have an issue with the players updating the apps, or maybe it's an Android versus iOS issue. We don't get those scores pulling in live, but they do have scores there, so we'll check in if we need to. But that's their live scoring. Oh, it's Mark Perry doing Mark Perry things, sporting the Obey gear.
Those shirts are awesome.
Yeah,
man.
they got sponsored.
They got sponsored. They're
Richard Siegler.
professional players.
And yeah, they are.
Legitimately professional
40K
players.
Warhammer players. So Richard Siegler,
pretty sweet.
Mark Perry, and Nick Nanavati.
And they got a podcast going. We'll let if Siegler wins this match, which he probably won't, but if he does win this match, he's probably not going to win this match. It's looking really bad for him, actually. Just turn the camera off on that table.
Don't
We're just
be
going to pretend.
paying
We'll
attention,
just
haters.
come back, take everything off, come back, see what happens.
Yeah. Hey, Chad, don't look at this guy.
Richard Siegler, the man himself. Also
I mean,
sporting the
what he
Obey
looks
action.
like, I'll tell you what he looks like. There he goes. He looks like he's a cougar in the jungle, seeking out his prey as he stalks out the little gazelle. Hey, Bone, that was a pretty good Aussie, though, right?
That was good. That was good.
You got to give that to me.
Where's Bone? He's still there. He left.
Bone's still in here. He's in here.
Let's go check on Nick Rose's table. Can we get a quick shout out to Nick? There's Siegler stalking his prey.
Siegler stalks his prey. Actually, and it's funny because I feel like I'm Siegler's prey right now.
People's champion, baby. You should have rolled a 6. You could have picked him instead.
Freaking killing me, man.
Dragon.
Oh, my gosh.
Shout out for the Dragons.
Yak Hunter says, Siegler hunts cougars, true story.
That's
a very different connotation.
That's TMI right there.
It's all right. He hunts the cougars.
He is a history professor at
Florida State, FSU.
Yeah.
And he likes pizza.
And he does. He does like pizza. We had a little
favorite
intimate
food
gathering here to talk about his wins and his personal ones.
Are we doing like MTV rundowns of people here?
We actually do a little bit. Yeah, we have all their info. Social security numbers, everything.
So, yeah, if you get a chance, Chad, can you get a quick shout at Nick's table? Nick
Domesticated
Rose.
cougars.
Nick Navati's table?
Nick Rose.
Nick Rose, yeah. Because, I mean, he's undefeated currently. Yeah, we need to find that out.
He might survive now, but
There's a good shot of the top. You can see the planes. They have great movement. He's kind of circling around, trying to pick off the tree.
Can you mute me for a second, please?
Let's go ahead and get a top shot at table number 2 while we're trying to track down Nick Rose.
they're all AP4, right? So whatever goes through, goes through.
So table 2 is Kurt versus Eddie. Kurt's playing his Eldar versus Eddie's White Scars. So we're kind of trying to take a look and see. Whew, it's looking pretty bleak. And he's only got a few models kind of kicking around here. A couple bikes.
So, guys.
Yeah, Bob, let's give us an update.
Eddie's actually up by 4. He's killed Kurt's Warlord. He controls or contests 5 objectives currently. And they are in the, it's like the top of 3. And so it looks bad for Eddie. He's lost his Dreadnought. He's lost all his Devastators. All of the tactical war suits are gone. He's lost 1 unit of bikes. The marked unit of bikes are still on the board. And he still has his scouts on the board. And his Warlord is still on the board.
Everything within 5? Still out of
Switch to 9 real quick. Switch to 9 for me.
Hey, did you guys want an update on this game over here?
One second, Chad.
There's a dead pile.
That's what's left.
That's all the dead stuff.
That's all the dead stuff. Eddie's
Sorry,
lost quite
Eddie.
a bit, so he's
I love you, Eddie.
He's up in the moment, but he's only turned 3. So what usually happens in that case
Just
is
gonna spiral.
The boots start falling down, the offense drops dramatically, and the score starts ratcheting the other
I mean,
way.
you know what though? Good for Eddie, man. Making a fight out of it. I'm proud of him.
Making some plays.
I'm
So
proud of him.
we'll keep track of it, but it looks like this game is going to turn here.
He needed to go first.
Yeah, he really did. And he's still hanging on. There's still a lot of stuff to kill, but it's an uphill battle.
I mean, if he'd had that first team, I think Kurt would have had a hard time. A much harder time, anyway.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump over to Chad. Thanks, Bob, for that update. Chad, what do we have over there with Nick Rose?
Yeah, so currently it's a 10-10 draw.
9.
There are 3 Knights still up and a Disco Lord still up with some Nurglings kind of hanging out in the backfield.
Look at that shot of Nick. What is he thinking?
I don't know.
It's going to be tough for him, I think, at this point. Looks like some Knights are tough to take down when you don't have all the firepower. He's still got some Thunderfire cannons kicking in the back, but doesn't look like a whole lot's really left
That's
over
a
there.
sad Panda Nick right there.
Dude, that is.
Nick, I don't know if he realizes he's on the shot right there. That's a candid camera moment.
He just rolled a dice. You see the way he rolled a dice.
Defeated. If ever I saw the defeat face, now he just needs to put his arms on his head, defeat Cobra, and we can call it.
Oh, my goodness.
boy.
It's crazy how many triple Knights that we're seeing.
We got a lot of Chaos Knights here.
I love Chaos Knights.
It's a lot of double thermal cannon knights too.
Oh, that's
I mean,
all
that's
they
the
are.
way you
That's
run 'em.
There's no other way to really.
Fair enough.
Doesn't matter.
That's the way you run them. Yeah,
But
I mean, it's so
but
powerful.
that's a great assessment, Chad.
Well, thanks for that quick update. That was fantastic.
I appreciate it,
Poor
Chad.
Nick. Sorry, Nick, if you watch
Sorry,
this later.
Nick. Yeah, it's not anything personal, dude, but that was a great shot. And we're going to probably put that
That'll
later
be the
on
movie
in
montage
a movie
later.
montage. We'll put some nice sad music behind.
I don't know the stats of where he
Oh,
sits in it.
look at those
if
white
he has
scars.
a chance to win, but if he has,
They look
if he
great.
wins the whole thing, and he still we have that face, and we can turn it upside down.
That's
that'd be-
fantastic. That would be really good. Eddie's white scars look great. That was a nice shot of him.
All right, so
That was just Eddie's warlord that was pulled off the table.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
so let's jump back to Sean's game on
Yeah,
table
there we
one.
go. Let's go back to Naden.
And see where those knights stand after.
Y'all missed it,
Oh.
but 2 of them are gone.
What's Brad got for me? What
There's
is
Justin Lois. Got some
Oh.
shots of their.
Hey, we're over at. I don't know the table number.
Take the number off.
Justin Lewis versus Scott. We're just checking in to see how this game is
Oh,
going.
pampering. Oh,
Looks like
no, that's
6-7 Justin. He's got double repulsors still up, double storm inceptors, and versus a couple tanks, and big drill in the middle.
Who is
Big-
that? Is
big
that
unit
Scott?
attack priest.
Who is that playing right there?
Yeah, it's Scott. Scott versus Justin.
What's their last? Oh,
Horace.
Horace.
Okay,
Oh,
there
we had Horace on. We had Scott on the stream earlier. I thought I recognized him.
We did. He
Sorry,
looked
Scott.
familiar. Sorry, Scott.
But yeah, he's still kicking here. This is going to be a good game. If he can get to those 2 repulsors in the
I
back,
love how much
it's gonna be
ad mech
tough.
there is. It's fantastic. Unbelievable.
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah.
Awesome. Got some shots for on the floor.
Look how nice their hair's done. That's great. It's great to see. Great
Those
to
are
see.
real professionals right there.
Professional
Appreciate how they look,
players.
you know, not like
So
you.
guys,
No man
Not
buns.
like me.
a quick non-stream
What is
table
all this
update.
hatred towards my looks? I mean, I'll take it. It's whatever.
Top knot, baby. It's a man bun.
Yeah, this is a top knot. You called it top knot. I heard you.
We got some shots of Sean's. I think that's Sean's. No? That's Kurt's.
Yeah, that's Kurt's stuff, man. It's table.
Yeah, that's
table
Kurt's.
too.
That's Kurt's stuff. Yeah, I recognize it. You see Eldar. You see one Eldar wave serpent. You've seen them all. A couple of our close friends are avid Eldar haters.
Let's jump back to table 1 though and get an update on that because we haven't seen it in a little while.
Yeah,
Look
we
at
want to
those
see where the knights
scouts.
stand. Oh.
All right, guys. Update on table 1.
Uh-oh.
Sean did Sean things, and then Cody did Cody things. Sean came in with his shooting and assaults. He killed 1 knight in the assault phase. It did blow up. In the explosion, it killed Aramon and the other knight.
Oh, my
The
God.
other knight only had 2 wounds left.
Oh, we're cringing.
So Cody is down to 1 knight, 2 Lord D's, and then 2 units of cultists.
Oh, no. You don't want that to happen. When a knight blows, you want it to blow.
Did he not
to
see
your
have any
opponent.
CP left to re-roll that?
He chose not to because he was trying to take out Shining Spears with it as well.
That's not worth it for Aramon though.
I don't know. To take out the other knight also?
It's kind of weird, right?
I mean, I guess if he
And he's-
feels like the knight's going to die from the Incarn. Wow, that hurts. Duh. You never want the explosion to do more damage to yourself than it does to
But
your
he is
opponent.
standing. Look at. I mean, he's prepped for that Incarn. That Lord D will cut those bikes in half.
Yeah, he's got 2. He's still got 2 Lord Discos and another knight, so it's
2 Lord Discos is no freaking
it's
joke.
far from over.
I think he can probably kill Incarn.
But Sean's way up on the points. He's got Kingslayer. Obviously, he's got Titan Slayer. Just 1 point left. That's wounds on knights.
See, but
so
those are like easy points to get, right? Like you just like get points for doing. It's not even.
yeah, that's the kind of the trouble with
The
that
trade-off
list. Yeah,
with
if
the-
you take those
the-
powerful units,
You get 4 points like that.
if you can do damage to them, you can pick up some quick points.
Yeah, freaking
Yeah,
bummer.
it's risk versus reward behind those units.
I don't think it's worth it.
Cody was able to pick up the Incarn.
Oh, is the Incarn
Yeah.
down?
Bam, called
Ooh,
it.
That's a big trick. I
So
mean,
that gives him that gives him nothing. Oh, that was probably a mark for death. Was that a mark for death?
No, he chose the 2 Night Spinners, the Harley Bikes, and the Shining Spears.
Okay. So he has one of his mark for deaths then, right?
you have to do some work to get back to those Night Spinners. But the Incarn being dead is a big thing, just because now you have to worry about her running around, popping off. She's super mobile. pain, can do lots of damage with her weapon D6 damage.
That's a big deal. She's
Yes,
dead.
it's still a tight game. Cody's not completely out of it by any means.
Oh, because he didn't move. And then 2.
There you go. There's your Lord Disco.
Shout
right
out
there.
to our sponsors, R.S. Andrews. Go ahead and get a quote from them. They do AC, electrical, plumbing. Get a quote. Tell them Pro Tabletop sent you, and you'll get gigabucks. So if you're in the Atlanta area, you'll get some bucks over at our main gaming store, Gigabytes.
So then you can go buy your new Sisters Army.
That's right, Sisters. Man, I can't wait to see how many.
Or you're going to get your. Oh, yeah. Let's go to table 9. This is something we've been wanting to. Camera 9. This is something we really want to be talking about for a little while, and we have not. Pop goes the monkey because the monkey goes pop. One of our sponsors, and this is the best sports award. This is $500.
This is sports sponsored by Pop Goes the Monkey. So you see these little stars.
So this, I want it said. This was my idea.
This was Damien's idea. So why don't you break it down for us, Damien? What does this mean? What do these stars mean?
Because it gets super complicated. I learned this in the first grade. So what happens is if you're good, you get a gold star. Holy, look at that.
Jacob looking like he's running away with it.
Oh,
so
my God.
Every player is given a star, a pack of stars.
Pack of stars, I think.
And they can give out those stars to any opponent they play against. They can give up all their stars to one person, or they can save them and kind of dole them out per individual players.
I know I claim this to be my idea, and it is my idea, but you got to understand, this is thinking from a child's mind. That's why this was. That's why this was my idea. And so, yeah.
So look at that.
It's so pretty, man.
So he's got all those stars up there. So at the end of the tournament, after all 9 games, whoever has the most stars,
that's right,
they win best sports. I mean, it's a different way to do it, and people are having fun with it. And look at those stars.
And it was said, Brad said, if you put gold stars on your own name, you will get a yellow card. Oh, there's your thermal cannon unpainted, by the way, that you liked a lot.
Oh yeah, I don't get a tight shot on that. Like, what is going on with that arm? I mean, does that violate the rules? I mean, what's going on?
I don't think it violates any rules. He's got 3 colors on his model.
That's unpainted.
Yeah, but he's got 3 colors on the model.
I suppose.
It's just part of it doesn't.
I mean, at least it's modeled with the right weapon.
I think
he probably looking for something.
He probably had to switch them out because you got to like buy those separately.
Yeah. Yeah, if you buy the Chaos kit, it's terrible.
It's terrible. It comes.
They
with
don't have the
garbage.
weapons.
It comes with those garbage guns.
It doesn't even have like 2 of them. It's just like one of something.
And look, even his top thing, he had to get.
Yeah. So kudos for him getting the right models there, but holy cow, put some primer on that thing. Cody,
put some primer on it.
Call someone, I'll help you.
Primer, have your girlfriend do it.
Margarita.
She loves you.
Shout out to Margarita.
Shout out to Margarita.
We love Cody. We're just giving him a hard time.
Yeah. You love the star idea? I'm glad you like the star idea. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're having a lot of fun. You saw stars on a lot of people. It's not like there's like no one getting stars. I mean,
what do you mean you're not sure about the top knot?
I will also declare her.
Merciless.
Here's the thing. If you stared deep into my eyes long enough, you'd fall in love with the top knot. Ask Thomas.
That's true. You know, Jade's always on to me about that. It's my husband.
I spend the night at Thomas's house all the time. He even put a TV in my room that I stay at his house.
Do. I'm like, you're here so often. I gotta feel like I gotta upgrade the guest room for you. My wife's like, you just spent all day with him. Why are you on the phone? It's my work wife.
Oh my goodness! I even have long hair, so it makes
who
sense.
are you talking to? I'm like, do you have to ask that question?
Yep. And then
He didn't come with the man bun. That came separately. Yeah, it's true. He had to purchase the man bun separately.
Someone spotted Lennon had 3 stars. I wasn't looking at it that closely, but
Lennon had 3 stars.
I'm not trying to point out who had low stars. We're trying to look for who has the best stars.
We want positive reinforcement here. Positive. So what's going on this table, Will? Tell us what's shooting right now.
Yeah.
This is Sean's Overwatch. Cody's coming in with his Disco Lords. So this is the Guardians, Overwatch, and the Disco Lord.
Let's go top down on table 1. Here we go. So he's charging here. That's the Overwatch. Through the terrain. And it looks like he charged here.
Yep.
He caught a double charge because he knew he was going to get the negative going through the terrain.
That's right.
So he failed it to the Guardians, but he made it to the bikes.
And so then he can just go to whichever one because he declared both.
Yeah.
Correct.
And he's got this combat here, so he can kill them. That will free up this guy to consolidate or pile in towards the closest, and then fight those guys as well. So
He failed the charge to the bikes.
No, to the.
No, he declared both, and he failed the charge to the bikes initially, but because he declared those, he can still go 3 inches towards the bikes because he declared them, and then pile in.
He made the bikes. He didn't make the Guardians.
Correct. He made the bikes. He was closer to the bikes. He did not make it to the Guardians.
Oh, I misunderstood, as I usually do.
Yeah. Here's the bikes, right? He made this bike charge here.
Man Bun Dame is sensitive. Yeah, I am sensitive, dude. I am sensitive. I'm super sensitive. Listen, I'm an emotional hurricane.
There's a dude with a 0. You guys are eagle-eyes. We barely had that thing up for like 2 seconds.
I am uncomfortable with the clock, so that's
We're just happy you're here.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Our chat is like right on the freaking sports. I mean, like we had that up for 2 seconds. I feel like, and they're like,
I did not see
some
it.
guy had 0 stars.
I didn't even see it.
Lennon had 3 stars.
Did you see a 0?
I didn't see any zeros.
I didn't. I just saw like thousands of stars on that one dude.
My eyes just drawn to who's got the most. I guess we were
I
looking
guess
at
we're
different
like
things.
we're like
who's the best?
We're like,
y'all like who's the worst?
We're like barracudas. We just see shiny stuff. We're like, oh, shiny.
So that it worked just to his plans. He killed enough bikes right there.
They'll
that
die
let
from
his second Disco Lord now to pile in towards the closest, which now instead of the bikes was the Guardian. So he was able to kind of mitigate that charge on the bikes through the terrain, and that really kind of lets him make sure he makes it, even though he rolled low.
Look at that great shot of that Lord Disco, man.
Yeah,
That's cool,
it's
man.
all converted up.
It's
He's
beautiful.
about to do some work.
I mean, that guy's gonzo, Barbanzo.
Yeah.
I mean, do we even need to roll this? I guess he wants to run the clock. This is what we're talking about. Kind of not weaponize. This is my interpretation of weaponizing the clock. It's making him roll all these attacks. Every attack, you're like, okay, you're gonna you're gonna roll every attack.
It's got the Chardonnay armor.
The Chardonnay armor. It looks like he's got his shirt goes all the way down to his. He's got a long sleeve shirt on.
You know, he's not cold in the winter.
No, he is not cold in the winter.
Oh, look at that. So Sean's really low on time. He's down, well, it's 30 minutes to 50 minutes, so he's about 20 minutes off.
That's plenty because he doesn't have that many models. I mean, he can boot scoot and boogie
Yeah.
those things pretty quick.
And so he.
So what's the debate right there? What's he trying to say, Will? What was he trying to figure out right there?
The Phoenix Gem going off on losing the Altar.
Oh, so
he was just explaining. Cody wasn't familiar with the Phoenix Gem.
Yeah.
So they were just explaining what happens when the Phoenix Gem goes off and what the rolls exactly were for.
Yeah. So when the Altark dies, he gets the Phoenix Gem. He can
rise from the ashes.
He explodes, and if he kills a model, or
I thought he could
does
just
some wounds,
I thought he could just stand back up anyway.
No,
when the model with the Phoenix Gem dies, you have to roll it, and then they come back,
Yeah.
and you roll for the number of wounds.
Yeah, but he can also do mortal wounds too because he
Yes,
explodes.
D3.
Does he come back automatically? What's he got to roll?
No, he's got to roll 4 up, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And then what does he explode on? Does he just explode anyway?
As soon as he dies, he explodes.
Okay.
Correct, Thomas.
Yeah.
Correct, Thomas. For once in your life.
People's champion.
Except for all these guesses you keep getting. You keep rolling 6s.
Dragons.
Okay.
Everyone knows. That's my whole strategy. Keep rolling 6s. Well, you know
I
me.
think he's going to post 6s in chat. Here it comes, guys.
You like that's how it works. Dragons attack.
Ridiculous.
Subscribe if you want your own dragons to roll along with
Yeah,
me.
see, I thought this was it. Phoenix Gem on a 2+, you do mortal wounds. Wait, what? And if you do,
if there's somebody nearby to do mortal wounds, I thought you had to kill a model or something. Can we get the actual wording of the rule?
he pops on a 2+. Does D3 mortal wounds to all units, friend or foe, within 3 inches.
If he does any wounds, he comes back with 1 wound.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, now we got it. So it's not a 4-up. I was wrong. My bad.
Surprise, surprise.
Will you agree? Will you agreed with me and made me look stupid to the internet?
I've seen Sean just sucker people in with that guy and just like blow up all sorts of units.
So it does D3.
And then he gets back up. So like you got to kill him again. Like it's just it's just a pain.
But he's got to roll that 2, which he's going to re-roll, right?
Yeah.
Is that not what I said? It's hard to keep up when you're arguing.
Oh wait, he has no CP left. He can't re-roll it.
He's just Will's just like, ow, ow, ow. Attacking.
He's popping off.
It's a damn meteor, man.
So, guys, this is Damian Owen and Thomas Bird here, and we are at the Atlanta Open with Pro Tabletop.
Thanks so much for all you guys in the chat. We appreciate you. We love you guys following along. Shout out to all the players just playing some tabletop games at a high level. Again, we're at the Atlanta Open, our first event ever. $10,000 on the line for the top 8 players. Like, drop the mic, big dollars. We're just hot in the pants to hand out some cash. And
could you have used a different? I mean, hot in the pants is fine. That's cool. Well, we'll go with hot in the pants. From now on, guys, that's what we're gonna say in chat. Thomas said it first.
Hot in the pants.
Anything that's good, you're hot in the pants.
Let's shoot over to table 3 real quick and check in on Siegler.
Seems like a nice thing to do.
Yeah, so we're still in the Iron Hands shooting phase. Right now we're looking at he's taking off some wounds on these riptides.
Whoa. Careful now. They were shaking the whole table.
Oh, my bad. But he's been putting wounds on these riptides. I think one's down to 4, one's down to I think it's 3 if I'm not mistaken. But he's just been trying to pick off some drones here and there and put on what he can. So he's about to go into the charge, charging this riptide behind the wall. So
This will be more important.
So he's going to be doing a lot of shots here.
All right, guys, looks like table 2 has called it.
Table 2 has called it. That makes sense.
Yeah. So table 2, that was Kurt versus Eddie. We knew it was going
What was the
downhill
final score,
for
Bob?
Eddie.
I can find out in just a second.
We'll
Thank
get
you,
that
sir.
from Bob, but it looks
Man.
like Eddie has conceded. Kurt has taken it.
33 to 18.
33-18.
18 points. That's pretty good.
That's a good pull for a loss. Bob, do you mind skipping over to Nanavati's team and just seeing table and seeing what's going on?
While he
Kurt's
has
finished. You want to have a conversation with him?
We can bring Kurt in.
We'll bring him in a second. Yeah. So Green Stuff World, use promo code TabletTop5 for a 5% discount. So hit up our sponsors. You see on the table we have all our sponsors here. R.S. Andrews, the Army Painter, Blue Whale, Pop Goes the Monkey, and Secret Weapon. So definitely check those folks out.
And thank you guys all for you being here, man. All the subs that we've gotten this weekend. If you guys want to sub, we really, really appreciate it. It just makes all the difference in the world for us.
Share, tweet, get your friends. Tell them we're playing Warhammer. We're streaming all weekend long. Pro Tabletop, we're at day 2, round number 2.
That's right.
Out of 9 games, so game number 5 out of 9. And we're culminating in a big win next on Sunday. We go to single elimination and see who wins the
I'm
Big
so
10
excited
grand.
about single. I love single elimination. That's my
Stakes
favorite.
are high.
Because they're Tau.
And look at Siegler. We're just trying to
Siegler's models look great.
his towel. His looks so good. Riptide.
This is all the Overwatch coming in right now onto the Lieutenant charging.
So ridiculous.
Oh man, the Tau. So the Lieutenant's trying to minimize the Overwatch by charging in a little bit there, but it's Tau.
So if I'm not mistaken, Siegler has chosen the Riptide was the target, this front unit of drones, and this Cold Star right here to shoot at the commander or the lieutenant coming in.
Yeah, it's for the greater good.
Yeah. So he's saving
can help shoot.
the one Riptide and the 2 other commander guys for hopefully I think the captain coming in afterwards.
Yeah. So for the greater good, you can only declare that once per unit, so you can kind of help your friends shoot Overwatch. So he's not trying to shoot all of them, so he can save additional Riptides to shoot at the second unit.
Hot in the pants, holding priority packages, blowing the loads, and shooting all the shots. That's Thomas Bird this weekend, you guys. That's how he talks all the time.
So Logan did
I've got a fan.
Logan took the relic for the 3-up invuln save once per phase. So he popped it right now to hopefully minimize the damage coming in on that lieutenant.
I've never
wow.
seen that used.
Yeah,
like
me
that's,
neither.
That's pretty cool, man.
Armor Indominus going in strong.
You got to give him props on that.
That's using it. He's got a plan for it. That gets him a 2+ save. So I mean, just a 2+ in general. That's hard to get. So it's not bad. But having a 3-up invulnerable at a key time, that could be
I think it's
clutch.
one of the only ways you can give a lieutenant an invulnerable save.
Yep.
3-up nonetheless. That's the thing, right? It's like crazy good. Thank you so much, Mac Paints. We appreciate that
Wow,
sub.
we
That
got another subscriber.
really means the world to us, man. Like, honestly, you guys, like, I'll get emotional if I talk about it too much.
So we're loving it. We're bringing a lot of technology and stuff to the game. So we want you guys to enjoy it and understand what's going on. So yeah, sorry, Chad, go ahead.
Thanks to that relic, the lieutenant is actually going to make it into combat.
Oh,
so
he made it!
He made it, which means that now he's got a captain that's going to be freed up to hopefully charge in.
So what weapon does the captain have on him?
I believe the captain has a the super Iron Hands axe and a storm shield.
Now, can he pass drones in combat? I mean, can he pass to drones in combat? I forget.
Yeah, it's any wounds.
It's just any wounds at all.
I think it's based off the attack, not if it's a shooting attack or a fighting attack.
Yeah, so as long as it's an attack, so you can do it.
Drones all the time.
I don't know if I have that relic weapon in my
so
list of
you can
powers.
imagine, though, like, thematically, right? Like, this lieutenant's like, my lord, I will do this. And he just, like, pushes the captain aside and goes rushing in. All these bullets hit him. It pings off of me.
You don't just become a captain by staying in the sidelines. The lieutenant's
right.
going to go.
Lieutenant,
As Gabe's work has shown, plenty more lieutenants where those guys came from.
That's true. Yeah.
Dime a dozen lieutenants.
Oh my goodness!
I got 12 lieutenants in at home wishing I could paint those.
Hey,
guys
maybe
up.
it's like in that Adeptus Astartes video when the sergeant comes around, they're like, that was this. But remember, you love it. Woo! Look, goosebumps! I got goosebumps.
Those videos are so good.
If y'all have not seen that,
Adeptus Astartes.
Adeptus Astartes on YouTube, go
on
watch
YouTube,
it. It's
man.
unreal.
If you don't like Marines, you cannot not like Marines after watching it. That's just so good.
All right, the captain's going.
Look at that shot.
The captain declare?
That drone looks a little bit more beefy than that poor guy right there.
Yeah, but that thing dies.
I might as well declare the ethereal as well.
Whoa!
Is this the Overwatch?
I love the way Siegler rolls.
So
his
he's
dice.
trying to go all in on this Riptide here, but again, he's going to cut through a lot of Overwatch.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you, Damien. He actually likes to roll really fast, but it's very clean.
It's very clean, and it spills out of his hand as if he were to imagine water falling down the side of a.
I think the word is elegant.
A mountainside. You know, just trickling down in
Okay,
between
now
the trees and rocks.
this is my people's champion, not yours. Recognize.
I'm just telling you what it makes me think of, man. If you had like a little Chinese flute or something playing in the background when he rolled, it would be perfect.
Very, very calm
Yeah.
and serene. You don't really see Siegler get flustered. Like that's
Never,
the thing about
dude. He
watching
doesn't.
him play.
He just doesn't, dude.
We've seen him on stream now several games.
I played him twice, and I've lost twice. And I said to him today, I walked up to him, I was like, hey, man, by the way, next time we play, you're freaking done. I got a list that'll smoke you. And he starts laughing. He's like, well, it's about time. You're due for one. I'm like, you little hobbit. I'll throw you across this daggum room.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Steve, he's a little short compared to the rest of the field here. But again, I say that in jest, but he's a man among men in the Titans of the tabletop.
He's a man among giants, man. He's but his heart is big. Listen, Frodo and Sam won the day, okay? That's all I'm saying. And they were small.
I think Frodo won that battle, actually.
No, dude, Sam is the one that carried him to win.
But in the actual battle, wasn't it the Battle of the Shire?
Oh, you're talking about the Battle of the Shire. Oh, that's fantastic.
So we had
Frodo crushed Sam.
We played Daniel Hessers versus Matt Sookman at Warzone, and we had a stream. I think that was round 3 of day 1. You guys go back and check out that stream.
Sam got the girl.
We named it the Battle of the Shire. It was so many sixes rolled.
It was Matt Shookman versus Daniel Hesters.
Daniel Hesters, yeah. So many dragons were rolled, so many sixes we had to enact the dragon counter because it was nuts. We have some great shots, but those guys were both smaller in stature, so we had a special name for that battle. It was awesome.
Fire Drake says, "I'll cascade your dice." Oh man, I'd like to see that. I'd pay money for that.
So what's
Brad
this question?
Chester's is his favorite.
His captain's got 1 wound left coming in. I think he's still got
They
a little
answered
bit
it,
more
chat.
shots going on.
They answered in the chat.
Got it.
Is Kurt about ready to come in here? And did we find out anything about Nanavati's game?
He's on his way.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I'll check out Nick real quick.
We'll get Kurt in here in a second to talk about his win and his thoughts on the tournament.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. So let's get him mic'd up.
You guys wait till you get to see this guy. If you didn't really see him on stream, he's a good-looking guy. You guys will see why we had a love affair on the dadgum ATC team thing, whatever. So just look. That's make sure you're in the shot right there. Bingo, dingo.
All right, so we're still kind of keeping an
up
eye
and
on
in
this.
a little bit,
Give me a
so
top
you're-
down on table 3.
There you go. Top down on table 3.
So did that captain make it?
Let me do a quick
Did he just-
update.
did
Sorry,
he-
I was looking at Not Body. I don't believe he did. I believe he took all the Overwatch, and unfortunately, he did not make all of his saves.
Uh-oh.
So just has that lieutenant in there with a fist punching on the riptide.
I don't know if that lieutenant can do enough work by himself.
Well, he only killed one drone, it looked like.
Oh,
Wow.
So-
You saw the way he picked that up too. He's like, "Yeah, this doesn't matter."
no. Sorry.
Honestly, I could not pull this off.
Good
if
work
you-
trying, Logan. That's a good effort.
That's a good try, Logan. All right, so whilst you go back over to Nanavati, I'm sorry, Chad, to get you running all over
Oh
the
yeah,
place.
sorry. So this game is picked up a little bit. It is 13-14 Brian right now. Nick still got his Contemptor up. He looks like he's lost a lot of dudes. Still got his Thunderfire Cannon base in the back. However, Brian's got double Contemptors, still rocking. Still got Tigurius up. Oh, sorry,
Cameron nine.
Tigurius is dead. Still has Calgar up and his 2 Victrix guard rocking around. So he's making a little bit of a push right now, but this is still a close game, 13-14.
Let's pull up camera 9 real quick and see if we can get
They had it up. They had Cameron.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, and you can see.
Full shot. So he's still got his
Thunderfire
artillery
cannons.
parts.
He's got his
some
suppressors.
You know those guys do. It's
Are
a dead pile.
That's a dead pile. Hey, he does a dead pile like me, just on the board in everybody's way. Yeah, we're ready.
All right, so let's jump to
Go ahead and
Kurt.
cut to Kurt. Kurt!
Kurt, there's the camera. Say to folks at home.
That's the world, man. So, yeah, go ahead. You had a question.
Well,
you
so
really,
I mean-
no, you were really poised for that question. I'm sorry.
I'm ready.
I felt
well,
bad.
so I'm excited. I was trying to get Kurt on the stream last round. We couldn't quite manage it, but we did get it. You won your game. Actually, you lost your game, but we're like, no way. We're making this happen. Everyone wants to see Kurt. And, of course, Damien had such great things to say about you. He actually played you at ATC.
Yep.
So I've never had the pleasure, but welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
in the winner's circle now, so
now.
let's hear about how your game went.
Sure. So that game was relatively straightforward, unfortunately. Great opponent, obviously, but that type of matchup is fairly one-sided. Even if he goes first, it made it worse the fact that I even got first.
Yeah.
Purely because my army's so efficient at killing Marines from the Crimson Hunters. Same thing with the Fire Prisms. It's a really, really rough match for him. And the deployment doesn't help as well because I can control it and prevent it from becoming Dawn of War or Pointy Dawn of War because those are the only 2 deployments he'd have a chance in. The fact that he has 2 bike squads means that my Crimson Hunters are phenomenal, and it's really a rough match that once I get ahead, he's never catching up.
Yeah.
And even if he gets his characters in or the Invictors in, the Smites, the Mortal Wounds from the the Serpents is just too much for him to overcome simply because he doesn't have any way to reduce Mortal Wounds, and he doesn't really have a way to stop me except for 1 Libby. It's a really rough match, and I felt bad for him, but unfortunately, that's the kind of way that goes sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you get that bad matchup. We kind of watched that game. We didn't have a lot of footage on it because we were like, oh, well, there he goes. And Eddie got in there, got some points up, and we're like, well, he's running out of models, and this is going to just turn, and the score's going to be
He
big.
did a good job, though, scraping what points he could.
Yeah.
I mean, 18, when he got defeated that badly, what it looked like that badly, I mean, that was some good plays on his part to score points.
So what I kind of do in a lot of those matchups, Eldar I normally compress and then expand 95% of the time. I'll deploy a little bit, expand a little bit. When they come at me, compress and just blow it or whatever's there. And then after that, usually if their initial assault is done, you just take over the board.
Yeah.
But as you said, Damien, he did get a lot of points. That's partially reflective of the strategy I played the game with. I ensure that I'm going to win by allowing him to take board control early, spread himself out, get aggressive. Sure, he gets hold more for 2 turns. He gets his recon. He gets his King of the Hill if he ever took it. But I was guaranteed a win because I'm minimizing the damage he does, and I know that I'm only going to lose 1 or 2 tanks throughout the game. So it allows him to get him, but it's just going to make sure that I don't lose flyers, and I actually get every kill I need. Usually.
Wow, I mean, look at that great synopsis of the battle. I mean, he's
Insane.
like, he's got a plan.
He's like, yeah, dude, it looked like that because that's what I wanted
That's
it
what
to
I
look
did.
like, Damien.
No offense to him, just the way the game was
No,
going.
no,
how I approached it.
offense to me, how dumb I am that I didn't understand.
You just recognized my
you're like, you didn't see
intentional
what I was
score?
doing? I was like, yeah, okay.
It's a byproduct of playing Eldar. You don't get board control early,
Yeah.
unless you're like Haywire by Seer Council. But my army doesn't have board control until later in the game.
A great tactician, and you just
The way
the
you
scalpel.
described it was awesome.
A pleasure.
I know we're making fun, but it was very
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, I appreciate it. Like a lot of players, like the high-level players, they love to hear how you guys think about the game. It's a little bit different than just like, well, I need to shoot at this thing.
Well,
Sure,
I'm here to
gonna
play
kill
some
that
40k
thing.
with my buddy, and I'm rolling dice.
That's a good 5, though.
Okay, that's all I wish I could do that when it mattered. So
People's champion.
Shut up, Thomas. So aside from that, your game, how have you felt so far? I mean, because this is a little bit of a different event. Like, this is our first event. You've been to a lot of events.
Sure.
How would you rate this, or
How does it compare?
How does it compare to you?
So it's a little different because it doesn't feel as big because I know you have some of the other rooms and stuff. It's really nice and personal because we have a lot of space around the tables, which is awesome. Because not that I hate it, but a lot of the other larger tournaments, we need to accommodate 300 people. You have to make sacrifices, right? You have all the tables lined up. Playing Hammer and Anvil, that is the worst, as you
Nut
guys
to butt.
both know.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I love how much space there is around these tables. I like the fact that you have drinks and food right over there. Fantastic. I also kind of want to play some video games after this, so I might sit down and play some.
Yeah, we are at Access Replay. It's a gaming center, so there's computers lined up.
I might
Call of
sit
Duty's
down.
going on.
What do you like to play?
CSGO mostly these days.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that. We talked
Mostly
about
CSGO. A little Hearthstone here and there, but
Oh, this guy's a Hearthstone maniac.
Yeah, I do like Hearthstone.
nice. But no, so the venue's been great. Have had 0 issues whatsoever. Phone charger or wall plugs everywhere. It's nice to charge your
Yeah,
phone.
I heard that. I was like,
Yeah.
that was an odd, like, this is really great. I
Yeah.
can plug my phone
But it's
in.
true, though.
It
A lot of
really
those
is.
big atriums where you play, there's
Your
not
phone's
phone
dead.
charge.
Yeah, I carry a battery pack.
Yeah.
I know, and I just don't even think that I just carry a battery pack now.
Yeah.
But
And I've had 0 issues with any judges. I've barely had to call any rules over.
Refs, dude. They're
Sorry.
called refs.
Sorry. Refs.
we can't even get it right. We argue with each other. Like, judges, refs, ow.
And they're everywhere, too. So you've never had to go look for a judge also? I just say, oh,
Ref.
hey, right there. What's up?
You just called it a judge again.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
It's
I was
unbelievable.
not built for broadcast. There's a face for radio, as you know. It's okay.
Yeah, you're right. And then there are people that can play the game. I'm where I need to be.
I'm pretty sure Damien beat me when we played in ATC. It was like a 2-point win.
He
It was a
did
close
point that
game,
out
right?
earlier when,
Yeah.
when we
Well,
started this.
because I'm so proud of it, because that was luck.
That was a crowning achievement.
No, it was. I think you. No, all it came down to actually in that game,
What
all
was
it came
it?
down. It was the Dakabots.
the drill?
The
Oh, that's
Dakabots
what it
pinged
was.
back.
Oh,
Mortal
my
Wounds and
God.
pulled down your plane.
Oh, my God, you dicks. I'm done. I'm out.
Oh, he's right. PSD. He's like remembering it.
So
Fucking Hemlock. Sorry.
no, you should tell him about that. That's
Oh,
a great
God.
story. Come
So
on.
he's got these 2 Castellan robots is what it is?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think I jinxed them. I think I doomed them. I have a Hemlock and a Crimson Hunter. And there's one at like 6 wounds, one at 2 wounds, whatever it was. I get it down to one of them. Hemlock's like, all right, done. 2 wounds. Just need 1 through, dies. Hemlock rolls up, has to get close, but there's a bunch of other stuff close, and I wanted to smite, so I got closer than I wanted. I get in. I shoot, I hit, I do like 2 wounds, whatever it was. He goes boxcars, reflects 2 mortals at my plane. It explodes, hits my other 2 planes now, and does like a couple mortars here and there. I was like, what?
And I'm like, suck it, Kurt.
Hey, you want to shoot this guy again?
Yeah. Oh,
It was insane.
that hurt my soul.
I've never seen. I mean, I've reflected wounds, but that was like this chain reaction. It was unreal. Like the stars aligned for me. That's literally the only reason I won
Hey,
that game.
it's better be lucky than good sometimes.
That's
And
it.
I'll attest to that anytime.
I live for that.
Yeah.
sure,
I'll
for
take
sure.
a C's when I need it. Not going to complain about it.
Dude, well, we love having you. We love watching you on the stream. Appreciate it. Good luck in the rest of the event.
You can
Appreciate
still win it, right? Like
I need Richard to lose.
what? Yeah,
Well, that's
that's
not
what
looking
that's
good.
what everybody wants.
Well, I almost tabled him. I had done 2 models.
No offense, Richard. No offense.
Of course.
But he's
No, I'd happily play him again after this. I know they won't, but
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot. We're going to let you go. We're going to go to
We
the
got to
next
jump
one.
back to the tables, but
But,
thank you so much. Good
thank
luck.
you.
Good job,
We'll,
Kurt.
we'll be watching you.
have a
Thank you,
good
sir.
one. See you boys later.
This guy's the best, man.
Oh, yeah, Kurt. What a gentleman.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
And so we're back on Richard Siegler's table. You kind of see he's still got all of his firepower.
You're good.
It's just watching who he's going to shoot left and what he's going to do. Uh-oh. We got some
Something's a problem.
we got some happenings. Can we get a report from the field, Chad?
So over here, Nadavai just put his Contemptor into the Scout Dreadnought. I forget what its name is right now. But it exploded, and unfortunately that means all of his dudes are around it, and it's going to take a lot of wounds here.
Can we get a shot on camera 9? There it is.
Oh, the explosion kills the Thunderfire.
That's the Redemptor that
Yeah.
exploded? Oh, my goodness.
No, the tactical warsuit.
Invictus, and those blow
Oh, they blow up
D6.
D6,
Yeah, they
D6
blow up
wounds.
D6.
They're freaking bombs.
You don't want those things going off.
Ooh.
Who just died?
I think that's the lieutenant down.
Oh my gosh.
Calgar. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
he takes 6.
Calgar takes 6.
He's only got 8 wounds, doesn't he, Calgar?
I think he does have.
Oh, he's up to
Is he?
9
I thought
because
he
he's
was
Primaris? I thought he was 8. Well,
I
whatever.
think he's 8 or 9 right now. We'll check.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, he's six attacks. I mean, his attacks are obviously worse, but he goes from the
Hey, is that Jamie? Hey, there's Jamie.
Yeah, we got Jamie. We know that guy.
He's a good guy.
There's Nick.
He's from
That is unfortunate for Nick's opponent. A big blast. You don't want those things blown up in your field, especially when you're taking out multiple guys.
I mean, he's still got 2 Contemptors up here with double C-beams. So.
Ooh, C-beams.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
an interesting
unique.
choice.
That's unique.
It's just so few shots to get damage through, but interesting.
Dang.
But they're pretty long range. I think he also had a Scorpius, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So.
He was a little upset with that explosion, wasn't he?
He was playing Ultra so he can move and shoot. All right, so going back to table 3, so let's go back to Ziegler. Can we get an update once you get back?
Yep. All right. If I'm not mistaken, you guys called this one, right? Yeah, they called this game. Final score, Richard with 40,
Dadgummit.
Logan with 24.
40.
40.
So
Oh, I think Ziegler
they just kind of called it. They
put
kind of
it
talked
out
out
of
that last turn or so.
reach.
Jiminy Christmas.
Richard Ziegler putting it out of reach for anyone else. So he's guaranteed a spot into the finals.
Well, we'll see.
He's 5-0 now.
He is 5-0.
And with that 40-point win, there'll be so many battle points.
Can we pull up scores right now? Actually, just to see what that actually puts him at.
Let's see the standings. I think that
the current standings.
Let's see if we can get that up. So,
Actually, wait. Actually, don't do it yet. Have they reported it yet? I guess they did report
I mean,
it.
it's in the map.
I believe it's in the app right now. Yeah.
Well, it only says 35, so I don't see there. Anyway, let's just see what the standings. Maybe it updated. I don't know.
If we can pull the standings, but yeah, let's go ahead and get Ziegler.
We'll get
prepped
Ziegler
over here,
Yep.
and we'll get him in.
They want to talk to you.
Is this his 2nd or 3rd time in?
This is his 3rd time.
Have we got him on stream 3 times?
Just
This
him.
is his 3rd time.
The man that keeps winning.
I mean, here. Wait,
And,
have we had him on here 3 times?
People's champion. The man, he's back.
We can't get you out of here, man.
He's gonna run out of things to say. I don't know.
He's like, well, I just won another game. I did the same thing.
I shot
Actually,
him.
you didn't do the same thing this game. All right, so we're looking at the standings now. 178 with Austin Wingfield, though.
Did Austin pull out another win?
He is 5-0. So once they're, well, I guess we don't have.
Go back.
They're
Day 2 groups. That's just showing who's in the group.
we need his group.
Oh, that's day 1. Yeah, it was just showing all of the overall standings. So we see Ziegler with.
Ziegler's not up
It's
there
not
yet.
in there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's at 121 and he got 40 points, so it'd be at, what is that, 161.
161. So that doesn't really give us all the other updates yet, so we won't look at that. But let's just go to Ziegler. So we have him here. Welcome back, sir.
He's right here.
The winner.
Been a long
We've
time.
been talking a
since
lot
we've
about
seen
you during your no. Did you eat lunch today? No, he didn't.
Nice.
I could have bet some money on that.
He had
A
a
Snickers.
Nice.
I can't go wrong with a Snickers.
You got to fuel like a winner.
That goes against all that healthy talk about eating right.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of protein in it.
There he is.
Whoa, don't show the whole world, man. You just showed the whole world your
You're on
freaking pin,
screen.
dude.
That's fine.
Oh, dang. He says he doesn't care.
So tell us a little bit about that game. We were watching it, and we saw the planes as Iron Hand's plane list. So.
Actually, I do have something to say before we say that. You're familiar with Tabletop Tactics? You're a big fan, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we have Bone here in the chat. You know Bone.
B-Bone, the legend.
Oh, yeah.
And he is a huge. Did you see one of his last battle reports where he talked about you?
I think I saw a couple actually.
Yeah. Well, okay.
The
all right.
Tactica.
Yeah. So they were talking about you. So Bone was in here. He's a big fan. We got to watch your game, and he's very excited about you doing stuff. So I just thought I'd pass that out there.
He's asking about the Fish of Fury. He's like, where?
Let me pull this up behind you.
Where are the?
Behind your arm.
Where are the devilfish? Yeah.
Unfortunately, they didn't go down in chapter approved, so you're never going to see them, at least for another year.
Oh, poor Tao. So yeah, go back to the game. So you have the 6 Iron Hand Flyers.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone loves to hate the Iron Hands. You don't seem to have any problems with those guys.
Now, do you think that? I actually have a question about this. Do you think it was? Why did he push all his planes? So if he didn't do it right, like you could just Monka and blow him off the table. Like, I mean, not Monka, Cal Young, and you could just blow him off the table. Like, why would he not spread out as much as he could, because he could still shoot all the same stuff he wanted to shoot at, right?
Well, he couldn't shoot it all because those assault cannons are only 24 inches, so he'd have to give up some shooting it or push the edges.
Yeah, so he needs the twin assault cannons in order to be 24 inches away to clear some of the drones.
Yeah.
But the other thing was,
His
because
shield
I was
captains?
going first and deployed very aggressively, with Monkai I was always going to be in range of any of the flyers that I wanted.
Yeah, because you could just move and fire without
because
penalty.
I have 48 plus threat range, so I was always going to get
So
there.
there's just nothing he could really.
There's nothing he could do. He can only backline on hammer and anvil, but I banned hammer and anvil and pointy hammer and anvil, so he couldn't do it.
He couldn't stay on range.
And so, and plus velocity trackers, like, cool. Like,
Yeah, and then the reason he had all the flyers up there is because he was bringing the characters up.
Yeah.
He was giving all the rerolls to wound with the lieutenant there, and then his plan was to clear enough drones and then get into one of the riptides from through the ruin. Just didn't work out.
Yeah,
because I had put the burst cannons around
right
the
on
angle.
the edge, so you could still see.
I played against enough combat armies, especially those
Yeah.
captained by John Lennon, so
Can't
I
let
know
the-
about
you can't let the
charges through
wall.
ruins.
That's right. He did it well. So we watched it happen. We saw him make it in with the lieutenant, and we're like, oh! And then the captain didn't make it. So we say you saw that.
No, and then the riptide killed the lieutenant in combat.
I know, you did one wound, you're like, oh.
I did 2 wounds to him,
one
and
whole
then
drone.
they're at -1 because ATS works on all weapons,
Right.
including your close combat weapon, your basic fist, and then he failed the 2 saves.
Man, with a 2-up, he rolled 2 twos? Or what? He had a...
He had a 3-up invuln,
yeah,
2-up armor.
2-up armor.
Because
he rolled
that
the
goes
one-
for
he
the
rolled the
rest
1
of
and
the
a 2.
turn, right?
Yeah, he failed both
Rest of the phase,
1
yeah.
and 2, yeah.
Is it phase or turn?
Rest of the phase,
Okay.
he said.
Well, that's the charge phase when he used it.
So then it
Yeah.
would be done. And
But he has a 2-up
It
armor.
didn't matter anyway.
It didn't matter.
2-up armor, so -1. It still would need a 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that's like 2 threes he failed above?
But yeah, these Iron Hands lists are very much math hammer, and if you can take away some of their key threats early on,
Yeah.
you can just outlast them. And I take board control against all of them, so I'm getting whole more. And in this one, because it's so easy to get the bonus, I got the bonus every single turn.
Oh, I know. We saw the score 40.
Because I'm happy to sacrifice those drones and infantry because he has to shoot them anyway.
I loved your ground control pick this game. I was like, well, because he only has flyers and a few characters and stuff, and you're like, well, cool. These are just, you have to go way over here to get this or whatever. It was a really good idea.
I mean, he's just not going to kill enough.
Yeah, my main goal against most opponents is to take away their board control, take away their presence, and then dominate the board myself, and just outlast them.
It seems to be working. A lot of the lessons learned there for the Tau, at least for a little while before the new stuff comes out. So
Yeah.
the last hurrah, if you will, for some of this stuff.
Quite possibly.
But we appreciate you having it in here. Any updates, any thoughts, anything that you want to share before we get you out of here?
No, I mean, this has been an excellent tournament. I love the environment here. A lot of great guys. This is like a really stacked field. So
It is. We keep looking at the standings. We're like, look at all these hitters.
So many top 50 players are here.
It's
just
great to
competing.
see you
So
guys, and it's great to see the
tournament's
high-level
awesome.
play. And all of you guys are playing like great sports. We're like the 2 nicest guys are squared off. We're like, who's gonna like cook the tea and biscuits first? Like
yeah, when you were playing against Kurt, I was like, man, are they going to have like a picnic and like a candlelight dinner? Because you guys are both so sweet.
That's just the defining quality of a lot of top players. It's
You're
just,
right.
treat the game with respect, and it's a gentleman's game. You just want to win because you outplayed your opponent, not because they forgot a little minor rule or something.
Yeah,
like
I love to hear you say that. And like coming from a top player, I mean, that's something to aspire to for all you folks out there.
A pro
playing
player.
Warhammer.
He's not a top player. He's a pro player.
I
dude.
wouldn't say that.
He's professional. You're,
No, dude,
you're
you are.
sponsored
You're
now.
sponsored. Look at your
I am
shirt,
sponsored.
baby.
So get a shout out for your new stuff that you got coming
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Obey
Put
and
a
your whole
plug
crew.
in.
Once again, starting next year, myself, Mark Perry, and Nick Nanavati will be collaborating to provide live-streamed match play content on a weekly basis through Twitch and YouTube. So if you're interested in high-level competitive play and some tutorials to get better at the game, please check us out.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
So
Fantastic. I
awesome.
know I'll be watching.
I'll be watching.
So,
I'll subscribe.
Richard,
Cheers.
always a pleasure. Thank you for coming in,
Thanks a lot.
sharing it
man,
with us.
Richard.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
All right, buddy. We'll keep watching you. We're rooting for you.
We are
you
rooting
won.
for you. We
You
won.
won my people's
I
champion,
know.
baby.
You won him another one, man.
4-1.
Dude, a 4-1.
I saw you didn't pick me at Warzone, though. Damien got me. Damien knows.
Suck it, Thomas.
Did I win that roll?
No.
You did.
You did, and
win.
you picked Nanavati.
You picked Nanavati over
Oh,
me.
I did.
Dude, this guy does his homework, dude. You're not going to get anything
I
by
watched
him.
that
That
stream.
game was disgusting,
See,
right? He knows.
I watched that.
Thank you, man. Thank you, dude.
Damien's my boy.
That's right,
Nick
dude.
literally stayed at my house.
I'm his boy, dude. You heard it. Get out of here, Thomas.
I picked you this time. I learned. See, I learned.
He learned. He learned.
Don't ever bet against Richard.
Don't bet against Richard,
Give
dude.
Thomas that.
These are the cutthroats. All right, man.
right,
Well,
buddy.
thank you so much, buddy.
We'll see you on.
We'll catch you later.
Oh, man. What
All
a great
right.
guy.
Well done. So we got our last game here kind of winding down with Sean Naden and Coty. Cody.
Cody. Yeah, we see Sean's got the lead, and it's looking a little thin on the ground.
Bleak.
What do we got on clock time? Can we get a quick shot of that clock?
Yeah. Let's whip it down.
All right, we'll get that shot up.
Whip it down. Whip it down.
So I'm looking at the board. I see a knight. I see a couple characters. Is that
18-13. I mean, it's just not. It's not even. It's just really close.
It's not a big win, but they're only on turn 3 right now, so they're
So,
just
but
started turn 4.
Yeah, but Cody has Butcher's Bill, and I don't know that he can pick up Butcher's Bill
He just doesn't have enough left.
to really. Actually, he's got that Disco Lord there, so he's got to like hold objectives. It's just so tricky for that.
I mean, and the Disco Lord, you kind of see it here.
And then behind enemy lines,
He's got he's got to spend so much movement. He doesn't have any CP left. Is he going to go out here and try to fight these guys? I mean, what's he going to do with that?
and this is turn 4.
He's got to be
Or
careful.
is this top of turn 4?
It looks like it's top of 4.
What's he shooting at?
That's correct. It's top of 4. He moved his Knight Spinner up the table
Okay.
on this back side.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah.
Over.
Thank you.
And who's he shooting at with it?
He's shooting at the Knight, or is he shooting at the Disco Lord?
Blow up, bitch.
He just killed the Knight.
Oh, the Knight is down.
Killed the Knight.
Wow, with a Knight Spinner.
Did it blow up just then?
No, it did not.
It's not okay.
Wow, Knight Spinner.
Yeah, I mean, he already had guys on that objective, so you can see it looks like that's Cat Lady in some Guardians.
Yeah, it is Cat Lady.
No AP, right?
Has Cat Lady, the Rangers on top of the building right behind Cat Lady. He has a Spirit Seer is one of the characters you see, and then the Shadow Seer.
Oh, wow, so those are 2 characters.
Harlequin.
There's the time on the clock. So Sean's running out of time. He's only got about 7 minutes left, but
Hey Dylan, can we get that code for Green Ducky for 3D6 Wargaming,
I
please?
think it'll still be enough time because you won't have many models left. Is he only have that Disco Lord left, Will?
Disco Lord and some cultists back here.
Oh, wow, yeah, he's not going to have enough.
Yeah, Cody, they talked about it earlier when they were scoring the last round that Cody made a mistake on picking his secondaries.
Yeah, it looks
and not
that
being
way.
able to pick up. He literally said that probably cost me the game by doing that.
I mean, picking behind enemy lines, that was a surprising choice. And it shows here. Look, he's got 0 points there. Even Butcher's Bill. I mean, it's tough to get those kills. You don't really want to challenge those Rangers early because that's just going to give a slingshot for a ring.
Yep.
Or the Incarn, I should say.
I mean, the Incarn's dead, though. But
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, early on, you
Early
don't
on,
want to
yeah,
shoot
yep.
those
For sure,
Rangers
for
because
sure.
they're going to jump in on
For
it.
sure.
Incarn, for those at home,
You're
has that
welcome, Ducky.
ability that could just jump when a unit dies.
Any chance to see table 13? 100%. Can we get a weatherman out to table 13 with a camera, please, and just see what's going on there?
Who's playing table 13?
I have no idea. Somebody just asked to see it.
They're like specific about the table. Like,
And then also Pamperino.
got to check in on
Pamperine.
Pamperine.
Pamperine, the Mean Machine.
Oh, is it Seth Osso's playing Daniel Hester's? I'd definitely like to check in on there. There's the code for 3D6 Wargaming, one of our sponsors.
Yep.
PTT
PTT
2019.
2019.
Get 15% off. They're the ones who make our great objective markers, as well as our tabletop terrain.
Yeah, you're right.
That's right. So
So there you go, Ducky. If you want to get the terrain, or have things made for yourself, that's the place to do
get some
it.
objective markers.
And
some
get 15%
sweet, sweet
off.
mouse
That's a big
pad
deal.
objective markers.
We love 15% off, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Gigabytes does that for us occasionally. And get happy about that. How's Lois doing? Yeah, we can. How's Lewis doing? Sorry. Yeah, we can check on Lewis's game.
How many wounds does this guy have?
After we check on, so let us check on whatever table 13 is. I don't even know what that is. But once we check on that,
In that case, those guys are just going to advance instead of just moving.
for sure, we're trying to find it. So,
Oh, he's an HQ, so he can just heroic if I don't anyway.
okay, so we will lose microphone reception if we go out there. Could we just send a weatherman out there just to look without a microphone? I mean, he can come back and talk about it, or he just run.
Yeah, Weatherman's heading out there, and the camera's headed out there.
The camera's out there right now. We'll just get the weatherman out there. And
All right, so let's get a camera up, camera 9, and we'll get some sound. Actually, we'll get the reporter to go out there and then come back and get a report.
That's right. He's got his bet on Siegler to take the whole event.
That's not a bad bet.
It's not a bad bet. And did Nick? Oh man, there's so many games we want to check on. It's getting down to the wire.
It's a lot of awesome action going on. I don't blame him.
Some AdMech, big time.
Got Manbeard Gaming. Look at those sweet objective markers he has made up.
It's crazy, right? That people can just make their own objectives and plop them on the table. Like how cool is that, right?
It's totally cool.
And we don't give 2 doo-doos if you do that.
Oh man, it's fantastic.
Might give 1 doo-doo, but not 2.
I love your vocabulary. It
you,
is
man.
like a child. No wonder where the sports score came from.
Yeah.
That's the Tyranid guy.
That's the Tyranid alien guy.
Yeah, all his army, if you haven't seen it.
Oh,
I think
man.
it's Protoss Gaming. He's used models from there. All alien themed. Like, so if you like aliens.
Dude, it's insane.
Oh, man. All of his Tyranid models are based on the models from that series, Aliens.
So there's 7.5 objective markers.
Which one's steering?
Yeah, very cool, man. So the weatherman will come back in a little while and report on what he sees in there. Thank you so much for the camera out there. We appreciate it. What are they talking about, Will?
I'm charging both.
Will, what's the discussion about?
Also, while that's going on, don't
What are they
forget,
discussing about?
we have a.
They were asking.
Sorry.
He was asking which one he wanted to swing at, which one was scarier in combat. It sounds like neither one of them were really close combat. So he was just giving them their weapon stats.
All right, fair enough. What were you going to say? Sorry.
I said, don't forget about we have the giveaway for the Army Paint set, the raffle, the giveaway. So exclamation giveaway. How much time do we have left on that raffle? About 10 minutes left. So get your entry in. You'll get a ticket, and then we'll draw a winner, and you will receive Army Painter starter paint set. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for the guys at Army Painter
For all these giveaways.
For all these fantastic giveaways, prizes.
Thank you, Alex, for going out there and getting that shot.
And all the folks at home watching us. Thank you so much. We couldn't do this without you, so we love streaming this content to you. I hope you guys are enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
We're having a fantastic time.
Probably too much fun.
Can't believe they're letting us do this.
I don't. Well, that's why they got to cut us off all the time.
They're like watching us.
They're
like
hey,
hawks.
They dial back.
But we get to watch this fantastic
See, but we're in here-
Warhammer.
listen,
These
we're-
great high-level players.
We were in here alone for a minute. We could have gotten really crazy.
And then we're handing out prizes, and you get to talk to you nice, fine folks. So if there's anything else you want to see, let us know, and we'll try to accommodate.
And if there's anything that we can do as well, like with the stream that you think would be a good suggestion, please let us know so we can try it. We want to improve it.
Yeah.
And all your critiques are great.
Absolutely. We love to. All we want to do is get better. And this is our first tryout. It's the first Atlanta Open, so we want to make this bigger and better and bring more content to you guys and make this a regular thing. So fantastic. So just looking at the board here, Cody, unfortunately Margarita is in dire straits. Sean's points are still just starting to ratchet up as is wont to do. He's got one unit left, but even though Nathan's about to run out of time, the points are still going to ratchet even when he's out. So that one unit is all he has left to restock.
We're going to cut to Bob real quick, and he's going to tell us what he found at table 13.
Table 13 looks like a massive amount of Tyranid death. I think he has 2 warriors left on the board. The score looked like it was 24-12. And he's probably going to get tabled not this turn, specifically because his opponent's going to keep something alive to kill something on the next turn.
And what turn
So he had
was
old
this?
school
Turn
then?
5?
They were in their starting turn 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you for that update, Bob.
Thank you so much, Bob.
Our great weathermen out on the field.
We could not.
Running around. We have Chad. We have Will. We have Bob on the mics. They're running around and updating us on the tables. So shout out to those guys doing the fine work out there for the Emperor and the People's Champion.
Yep.
For any Dangly boys in the channel, Daniel did terrible things to Seth.
We did have Seth playing Daniel Hesser, so poor Seth. Seth's playing Orcs. It's a big rivalry there. Daniel, as part of the Alpha Strike podcast, a big local hero around here. So appreciate that game, and I'm sure we'll check in with him later, see how he's doing.
We need a round timer on the screen. You know, that is actually a good idea, and we don't have that. So that might be something in the future we could do.
Yeah, let's just pull up the time
I'm looking.
schedule. Just
maybe
now, just
not. No, not do it ever. No, if that's a stupid suggestion, don't suggest it anymore.
That's a fantastic
No,
suggestion.
it
We'll
is
look into
it is a great suggestion.
But let's look at our schedule and see what the timing looks like. And I forget exactly what time we started this round. We've kind of given a little bit of leeway on lunch just to kind of play it by ear to make sure everyone has time to get food.
Oh, dude, Bird, do you? It's BYRD, by the way. State Farm Phil.
Oh,
State Farm Phil
State
gave
Farm
you
Phil.
He gave you a sub, man. So
Woo! Did I miss the sub?
it's right there, right in front of you.
It is. State Farm Phil in the house.
But State Farm Phil spelled your name BIRD, so I don't know if he's talking about you or not.
I'll give him a pass.
You give him a pass? Because he gave you a sub?
Yeah, he got a sub.
Yeah, he gave you a sub. That's
Gotta
fair.
recognize. Gotta recognize. We all appreciate the subs.
You guys,
If you like what we're doing, subscribe, tweet, shout it out, bring your friends.
like how people are saying now, can Bob or Chad go check out? I love that people are just calling the weather.
I like to see which weatherman you think is doing the best job. We have a little competition between
That
those
is,
guys.
we should have a competition between them.
Oh, let's do it. Let's say so. Let's shout out into the chat. Let us know who you think's doing the best job at weathermanning.
We got Will. He'll be number 1.
Yep, and we got Chad as number 2,
and Bob number 3.
and our main man Bob as number 3. So 1, 2, or 3. Will, Chad, or Bob? Who do you think has been doing the best job weathermanning?
And which one do you want to send out to the table?
That's right. We'll send your winner out. We'll put them to work. Go check out Pamprine.
Bob. No, you got to do 1, 2, or 3, man. Not 4.
There's no 4. That's all of them.
Good job. Good call if you put 4.
Why didn't we vote on this yesterday?
Oh, Will's like, that's
No,
Will.
why didn't we vote on it yesterday?
Will was all by himself yesterday, so he's got some help. Oh, we only got a couple of voters.
So nobody cares. All right. That's basically what we're seeing there. Listen, these guys, if we didn't have these guys, this job, it would not be nearly as presented. I'm serious. These guys are doing so much for the thing. Wow, they like Will.
They like Will.
Will, you got to go to another table and check something out, man.
Oh, Will.
Oh wait, he's actually doing table 1 though.
So you only know Will. I mean, you might hear their names as they talk.
Huh? They want to see Pamprine's game if we can send somebody over.
I'll get you to Pamprine's table.
Oh,
Thank you.
That was Will.
That's awesome. Or we don't know who is who. They are both sexy fellows. That's nice of you guys to say.
We'll get some shots of the players later so you can see who
What
it is.
about Bob?
State Farm Phil.
We can kick over to Pamprine and Bobby.
All right, Will.
Pamprine and Bobby.
All right,
Bob's here.
so it looks like we're in turn 6.
Turn
It is
6.
18 to 15 for Mr. Pamprine.
18 to 13.
You said 18 to 13?
18 to 15, in fact.
15. Let's go to camera 9 so that we can see them in action.
There's
Pamprine.
Pamprine himself, the war hog.
And who's he playing right there? Who is that?
Justin something? Isn't that what they said?
Is that Lewis?
What's his name?
And it's your deployment zone, right? So you need to be 12 inches from the edge of the board in order to score
Let's
that.
get the Iron Hands Repulsor. What is that? That's a kiosk?
It's an executioner. And looks like a...
That's Pharaohs. Pharaohs. Forge
This
Father.
is the remaining executioner. He killed the first one on turn 3 when all the Centurions dropped in.
Ooh, yeah.
What's his opponent's name? What's Pamprine's opponent's name?
I picked him up and I had other psychers to kill him with. He's like, you're a fucking animal. I got
Okay.
at least 4 D6
Yeah, the zoom quality is very nice.
All right. He said his name is Paul. He's in the system as something else.
Get out!
That's Paul. It's awesome.
It's Paul. And so they just called it, shook hands and called it.
So looks like
Pamprine wins.
Pamprine pulls the win. Those shots, those are fantastic. Just like
Can you get a close-up of my man bun? Is it my man bun or do you want Will's man bun? Will doesn't really have a man bun. Will has like a ponytail.
he's got a top knot.
You got a top knot? You can tie it up in a top knot?
Yes, I can tie it up in a top knot.
You just
Normally when I'm coaching my girls, I coach girls softball, and they braid it into a Viking braid to a top knot.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Paul McGee
I can
is
get
his
behind
name.
that.
Paul McGee. Looks like Paul
Paul
has
McGee.
fallen to Pamprine in a close, tight match.
You can get a close-up of some top knots before we leave. We can do that.
Oh, Cody coming back. So let's go back to table 1, and we got it up here, 22 to 19. Lord Disco is making some moves.
6 saves.
You see him.
They are both running out of models.
Yeah.
Cody has his Lord D left. Sean has 2 Rangers, the Shadow Seer that looks like the Lord D's about to take out. He's got a Farseer sitting on an objective over here, and then he still has his Night Spinner that he's been chucking around the table to come back over here and take out this objective.
Yeah, he moved over here to grab it.
What's the time look like left on that table, please, on their time clocks?
Cody still has 28 minutes left. Sean has 4.
Oh, just enough. Does he fight him down?
Hey, pull in on 9, please, right now. Don't turn around. You just keep doing what you're doing, Will. Just keep looking where you're looking.
That's Will and his top knot.
There's a top
ponytail
knot for you. Top knot ponytail. There you go. You guys asked for it. We deliver it.
There's Will, number
Every
1.
Time. Every time.
Oh, we have a winner. Void Luster has won the raffle this round.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Void Luster. What a great name. Looks like a mullet. That's My Little Ponytail.
Poor Will. You're roasted.
Top knot. Nice mullet. They say you have a mullet.
That's no
Will.
mullet.
No,
That is not a mullet. If anybody wants to know where I am, I'm in Atlanta right now.
Come to Access Replay. We will talk about the mullet.
A mullet is a
Party
in the back and business up front. He is not that. He is all party. Can we get a camera on 9 one more time, please? Is
that Mark Perry?
This is Mark Perry.
That's Mark Perry's no shoes.
This is how the dude plays the game. Oh, flex that calf. Tell him to flex that calf.
So Mark is down 17 minutes.
He
going
gave
into
it.
the bottom of 4.
Oh, he's down. So who's Mark playing right now? Oh, he's playing. Is that?
That's not Tally. That's just an army guy. Watts. Not Colin Watts, but Watts. Yeah.
But so
Playing the Army Esports guy.
So all the Centurions are dead. Chapter Master is dead for Watts, and Mark is probably about to move out and begin claiming all of his recons. It looks like Mark has got this in hand.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to turn. You see that a lot in these games. Like it's close, or the one person has a little bit of a lead, but you look down at the table, and they've kind of spent their initiative and used all of their resources, and then they're kind of left high and dry, and then they close the trap.
They didn't set themselves up for that late game.
Yeah, and then the other opponent comes back.
Mark Perry a lot, and you think you're doing really well through about 4 turns, and then somehow with his no shoes, he turns it around on you and scores like 15 to 20 points in the last couple turns.
I've played Mark many times as well. He's a fantastic player and a super nice guy, and he'll give you a bear hug and just pick you up.
Yeah,
I'm a big guy.
He's strong though.
He does a lot of like those muscle man.
He does muscle. Hey, Clayton.
Guys, we just had the handshake on table 1.
Yeah. Table
Sean
one?
does take it down.
Oh, it's over.
It's a very tight game. They're doing the final
25-21?
total right now.
Oh, wow.
They should update within a minute, and it is over.
Way to go,
Sean
Cody,
is
making it
5-0.
tight.
Cody gave it all he had.
He did. He brought it
That
back
was
to
a good fight.
to the brink.
That was a good fight.
There's a good shot. Can we go to table 9 real quick and just show Sean?
Just so you can get it off us for a minute. You see enough of us. Let's go look at these dudes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to do with my hands. My hands. Oh, look at that. Just the luscious
And there's
locks.
Will.
There's Will.
There's Cody.
There's
Margarita.
Yeah, they're discussing what cost him was the secondary choice of behind enemy lines.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
That's what
You look at that final score. Like, he's so close. If he had any secondaries on that last choice, it could have made a win.
It actually could have.
Wow.
There's Stephen Mitchell as well.
Again, critical mistake.
Judge, jury, and executioner.
Joe, Cody. So we'll get Sean in here in a second to talk about that very narrow win.
Let me sit up so you guys, I don't look like I'm slouching in my chair like I
But
always do.
congratulations to him. That's 5-0 for Sean.
Yeah, and 4-1 for you, so that's great.
4-1 for me for People's Champion. That's right, folks. It's looking like pretty good. I only need to win one more. You're at the brink right here.
Oh my God.
Best out
This
of
is where
9.
this is where I like to be though. This is where I thrive.
Under pressure?
Yeah, I mean you play Call of Duty with me, you know. I thrive.
You do.
I thrive.
You love it. Or you get really pissy. One or the other.
If I'm not thriving, I'm pissy. So, yeah, that's great. Well, man, so what we're going to do here is we got one more game for you guys.
Yeah, so take a look at the format. So we're in day 2. That's Saturday. That's the day. I always forget what day it is. So we've just finished the second round. We're going to have a little bit of an intermission break, and then we're going to jump right into the game 3, the last day of the day.
That's right.
Last game of the day. So that's group play. Everyone's playing the same players in their group, and so it's Swiss pairing in their group.
Nick Nanavati said, "I'm what did he say in his group? He's like, I'm 3-0, whatever." And he's like, my other guys were all 2-1 or something like that in his group. He's like, there's no chance.
Confident
He
Nick.
is confident. That's what you got. You need confidence.
And so how it works for day 3. So the last game is going to matter today because
here we go.
Whoever is the top of their group is going to go into the number 1 bracket.
So for our 8
on
players
day 3.
that
So
will be
there's
playing on
8
day
different
3.
groups. Each top player is going to hit the last
Wingfield
bracket.
so far. I mean, I don't even know how they can come close to him. He's just destroyed his group.
Well, so we don't. Yeah. So yeah, and you see the different groups. Yeah.
Even once they get there, like, dude, he's 178, dude. I just don't like. Even if they maxed on a 40-point win, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, even if Austin just
because he's got another game to play.
If he phones it in right here and just takes a loss,
yeah,
he's going 5-1 with 178 battle points. Even if Watts gets the max 42, he's not even in the same ballpark.
Lennon, whoa, what is this? How is he 196 on 4 games?
196. That could be.
Did you not see that?
Yeah,
That must have been a.
Yeah, an error. We'll double check the points.
Siegler at 161. That's where he settled out. Yeah, we knew that. So again, still behind though on Nanavati 128.
We're still waiting for that final
we're still
score
waiting
for
that
game.
final score to come through.
So he's playing.
Naden at
Jones.
154 with 5 wins. He's kind of gotten. Not smaller wins, but kind of closer games, and a lot of the. He's not like, but that's not what his list does, is it? Like he doesn't dominate the games in most cases.
Yeah, and then Siegler, obviously, we've been watching him very closely. He's doing really well.
161.
168, but Austin, I mean, just chaos
Dude,
Knights,
it's
just doing work,
man.
just doing work and
It's
getting max points.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's the balance of having Mortarion in the list as well. And then Mortarion just kind of hangs back for that pivotal time when he just jumps in and pants.
And I mean, and get kudos and credit to Austin because he's playing it very well. Like he doesn't just throw cram Mortarion down your throat, which is normally what you do.
Because I mean, it's so tempting.
Yeah, you're just like whatever, deal with me.
Because that dude wants to. I mean, he's so good in combat.
Yeah, and so it's a pleasure to watch him run it because he's clearly has played that list for a while and he's got a lot of practice behind.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, so that's great. So, yeah, again, we're kind of tabulating the final scores. One more round to go. Some of these guys have just locked up their top spot, so it may be hard for them, the folks in second place to catch up. But, again, the top winners in each group, there's 8 groups, will go to the day 3 bracket number 1.
Pamprine looks like he pulled it down, 155.
He did.
He's still 5-0, and we're gonna pull Naden in here. We're going to pull Naden in here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have his interview so we can talk to him again.
Yeah.
I know you guys get sick of that long, beautiful hair he has, but.
And just to kind of talk about day 3 real quick. So obviously group 1, or bracket 1, that's where the money is. That's where the $10,000 is. The top 8 players are going to go into group 1, and they're all going to get paid. Bracket 1. It's just going to be a matter of who gets the $5,000 for first place.
It's insane, right?
In the other brackets, there's still a reason to come back for day 3.
We have lots of brackets.
There's other prizes.
Every group.
They're going to get some big prizes.
Some big prizes.
So just because you're not winning the cash doesn't mean you're not winning.
I mean, well, in Best Sports, 500 bones.
That's right. 500 cash money for Best Sports.
Just
so
for
the stars.
Being sweet to people.
So doing some chores and getting your stars. Get your
so
money.
that's a good lesson for you guys.
Do your chores. and be good.
Do your chores and be good.
Yeah, be good. Be nice. Yeah.
And
everyone needs to learn that lesson.
Oh, look at this guy. So we're going to scooch over here.
Yep.
Scooch on over.
Just 1 second. So while we get situated and
dang it. I'm so sorry.
I just followed his lead. He's
no,
it
was my bad, dude. I just saw Sean. I was so excited.
I looked up and I'm like, wait a minute.
No, because I was just so excited to have Sean sit next to me. I just love his scent, his musk.
Oh, wow. And so day 3
I'm going to smell his hair right
is
now.
single elimination.
I'm going to do it on camera. I want people to see it.
So once you get to day 3, all the marbles are on the table.
Brad's so excited about Sean Nate. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Elimination. So we can't wait to see how day 3 shapes up.
You picked all the best players.
Davis Fry is playing Justin Lewis to make it to top 8 on stream next. My third pick.
Nobody even nobody even likes Brad. He
So
just- he
before-
just- listen, Brad. Oh, hold on. Let me smell this.
just give it a
because
little
I saw him wash it. Oh, can I smell it again? Is that Pantene Pro-V?
I actually don't know what it is because Kurt brought conditioner and I used it and it's in an unmarked bottle. It's a little pink bottle. I was like, he bought like 4 different like bottles in the shower.
Well,
and
his
I'm
hair
like,
looks nice.
I'm like, yo, what's one conditioner? Because I'm not using any of the Buster stuff that's in the hotel. And he was like, it's the pink one. And so, but he has a white bottle with pink fluid in it, and then a pink bottle with white fluid in it. So like, which one is it?
What's the white fluid?
That's the one that's in my hair, baby.
So. I'm gonna.
I don't even know how to go with that.
I gotta
Nailed
just
it.
gotta stop.
Nailed it.
I gotta let you guys know there's so many places I can go with this, but we're gonna keep it G-rated.
All right. So I mean,
Tell us about your game.
that game. I mean, it was so close. And
Dude.
Cody did not. When he picked behind enemy lines, we didn't really make a big deal of it. But I was kind of scratching my head. I'm like,
How's he gonna do it?
What's he doing behind enemy lines with? I guess he's throwing those guys up there. That was his
Well,
thought.
I guess he just thought he could
That
just
was his
walk
thought.
through his lines, right?
But I mean, that's not how you play against your list. So at least not.
I mean, I was always going to meet him in the middle.
Yeah.
I love close combat.
Yeah, I
Let's-
know.
Let's
I was
get there.
So that was an interesting choice. That came back to bite him pretty hard. I mean, you think if he had changed his secondary, would that have?
He struggled a
won him the
lot
game?
with secondaries. I mean, my army doesn't give up a ton.
Yeah.
He could have maybe picked a different one, and picked up a couple points, but I still won by 4-ish, I think.
Oh, what was the final score?
27-23. It was a real close game,
It was
real low
close.
scoring.
Yeah.
Because he was able. I wasn't smart with putting stuff on objectives early in the game, so he was able to score more a couple times.
Was it just
early.
not paying attention, or?
Yeah, I mean, I classically don't really pay attention to much. So it like that's. I'm terrible at picking recon.
This is the opposite of the game that we were talking to Kurt, where he's very
Kurt's like
methodical
I
in what I'm
expand,
doing.
I compress.
I contract.
I elongate.
Oh my God, he's an animal. He's so smart. I
I
picked recon round 1 and didn't score it. 2 different turns, I was a half-inch out of recon.
Oh my gosh!
Like I'm classically, I pick recon a lot because my army's fast and wants to be places,
It
be in the
should
middle.
score
It's
recon.
good, should score recon well. I spent a whole game not scoring recon because I just
I forget.
didn't.
Oh,
And
I'll get it later.
I only score recon by accident almost. Like I'll remember either with my last unit that I'm moving or like at the end of my turn, just based on my natural movement, I'll be like, oh, cool, I got recon.
You need.
I totally meant to do that.
You need like you need a checklist.
I do. I should like write it on my hand. If I pick recon, I should just write recon
And
on
you're
my
like,
hand.
you're like, okay.
Actually, both hands, depending on what I'm moving.
Yeah.
Like front and bot. Like I should just get like tattoos.
You get a little shortcuts.
So you're getting closer to your wife's wish, and I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah, she's brutal. She's an
well,
amazing woman.
She was
shout out
she
to
was
her.
shout out in the chat. So
my baby.
Thanks for her watching along with us. It's been fantastic watching you play.
Yeah, she's home. She's home with the kid. You know, he's getting bigger and bigger. You know, he'll be taller than Thomas and by like next week. I mean,
Oh man, they grow
Wow.
so fast. So
So fast,
cherish
yeah.
every moment, man.
They
That's
do.
fantastic. I have a little 2-year-old, so she's a monster going fast. Not a monster in that kind of sense. She's just growing so big.
yeah, he's 14 and a half pounds, 25 and a half inches, and he's 2.5 months old.
Wow.
He's huge. He's a monster.
So anyway, but one more question. My last question for you. What's your favorite food?
I put.
We've
like,
talked enough about 40k with this guy, right? Was there anything else? Does chat want to hear anything about 40k?
No, they don't want to hear about 40k.
Man, talk about your favorite food, man.
I'm a big app guy. Like appetizers.
Oh,
like
like-
a good crab dip, good like crab and artichoke dip, or
Ooh.
You like the tapas places?
I mean, an amazing like even just like mozzarella sticks done like perfect.
mozzarella
Oh.
sticks.
Oh, man.
Especially, but
we gotta
they're
take this
only
guy to a
good with-
tapas place.
They're only good with marinara, though, to me.
Oh yeah,
For me.
no, absolutely. But like if they're like fried and it's super crispy, they're super hot, and
But
like,
then the cheese, if you can
and when you
string out
bite
the,
it, when you bite into it, and it tastes like a little bit of buttery, and
but if you can string out the cheese to about here,
I
you've
can't
done.
believe-
It's
I can't believe we're
right.
talking about mozzarella sticks. What's happening?
But like yeah, I love different crab dips, like all that kind of stuff.
fair.
All kind of apps. I could go to like some restaurants and just order apps. and
just
then
order apps. Yeah,
And-
sure.
Just be content.
And my actual legit question for you though is
2 questions.
No, I know it's 2 questions. I'm gonna get in trouble.
This is a 2-part question.
2-part question. Are
or B?
you are you feeling like you're gonna win the whole thing?
I feel good. There's a
What,
lot.
what
There's a
happens
lot
if
of
you get matched up
tremendous
with
players.
Siegler though?
I played Tau yesterday,
No, I didn't say Tau. I said
Oh.
Siegler,
but they're Tau, right?
but it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. I'm sure he's on a hot streak. I don't know how pairings go into the bracket system. We're brackets 7 and 8, so I don't think we're on
I'm
the
talking
same
about
side.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
brackets.
eliminations.
but I'm
brackets
saying
they
brackets 7 to 8.
I think it's 1-8, 2-7.
Right, so like we would be on opposite sides, so we wouldn't play until the finals. I actually have dream quested that it would be him and me in the finals.
That would be
Nice.
fantastic.
Good for you. Good for you.
Um,
That would be an excellent match.
I'm gonna try and make him quit turn
Did you
one.
did you have a little bit of?
I won.
Well,
He quit.
We need to actually let you go. So I'm gonna
Stop asking questions.
I know.
The 2-part can't turn into the 5-part.
I smelt his hair.
Part 7
and it's
of
like,
this question.
And it's
All right. So, guys, fantastic. We're wrapping up round 3. We'll come back with a post round wrap up, and we'll go to break right now. Thanks so much, Sean. Great to see you. Love having you in the booth
You guys are
with
ridiculous.
one more time.
Smell it. Smell it.
We're gonna
White
watch
stuff.
you